Today we've got to evolve like a million times from a little fly like this to some overpowered monster. And we do that by eating creatures weaker than us while avoiding the stronger creatures that can eat us, and there's a lot of them when you first start out. Luckily, as a basic fly, I can eat things like fish, and then I already turn into a butterfly, which happen to eat flowers. The easy way to tell is if they're surrounded by green, I can eat them. If they're surrounded by red, they're going to eat me. So we've quickly moved into a mosquito. We can create an infection if we bite something. I don't really have time to read that because I don't want to take my eyes off of what I'm doing because I'll be eaten quickly. Already, the dragonfly tried to take off with us and took most of her health, so we're going to hide in a cloud for a second. The only thing we really need to continually do is drink water. The water can be a dangerous spot because that's where all the opportunistic creatures will hang out. And that's maybe the most exciting part of this game is I'm playing against other players, so we really get a lot of, let's say, variety in what happens. One of the benefits to being a creature this week is that not really many high-end creatures are that interested in me because they get very little experience for killing me at this point. They want the stronger creatures. And I'm so amazing in this game that I can't even land on his pig yet. There we go. We're going to sit here and take some health off of this until we evolve into whatever's next, a bee.
You have got to start thinking bee, my friend.
So the power of a bee is we have a 1 in 4 chance to sting a prey. They're poisoned and lose 2% of their health over time. So the things that we can eat are flowers, some of their fruits. So we'll maybe take a fruit off a tree because that seems easy. The controls in this aren't the most smooth for me, so we're going to do our best. But that's going to cause a lot of heartbreak, I can already tell. So we'll just go ahead and, admit defeat. We're just going to eat flowers for now because flowers are the one thing I can destroy currently. And that's just nice, easy experience. But I really gotta watch out because there's a lot of red creatures around me and they will kill me in a very big hurry. And now we're a dragonfly. Gotta go get myself some water before moving on because I need to take advantage of the water. So we can eat ladybugs, flies, butterflies, and mosquitoes, so mostly bugs. I would not mind eating some other creatures, but if I go too far away from here right now, I'm gonna run into creatures that are gonna eat me in a hurry. Even the pigs can eat me now. I can't land on that pig or I'm gonna die. So we're going to try and land on his dainty little ladybug. We were on it for a second. We can do it. Got it. Oh, there's a lone little fly who's not enjoying his time here very much. All the way that got him. Oh, another fly. Perfect. Okay, I accidentally ate something and we're now a pigeon that needs some water. So we can eat acorns, bread, and worms. And I think we've been infected. A little bit of water will take care of that. And I know there were some worms somewhere along the ground, somewhere here. This is going to be a bit of a dangerous area because look at all the birds. Any creature that wants to eat birds is going to love this spot, and I'm going to remember this for later. Okay, there's a lot of people in the bird stage right now, so competition for food is going to be pretty strong. See, this bird gets it. He's sitting here pouncing on all the other weak birds that are all over this area. This is a feeding frenzy for most people. Got the bread though, gonna eat the worm hopefully. And this will give us... Wow, that was a lot of experience. One more little thing and we're good to go. I do see a piece of bread. Okay, now we're a duck. Oh, we need to still eat bread anyway. So let's grab this, hopefully before nothing else grabs us. Because the bread is really good experience. Yeah, that was like a 1/5 of a level by itself. Pretty soon we'll be strong enough to start eating other creatures again. And that's the part that I really enjoy. Come on, there we go. Now we're a bluebird. We can eat eggs, worms, mosquitoes. This guy has like a dive bomb attack. If we hit a prey with my dive bomb, they take double damage. So I can dive bomb creatures for extra damage, which sounds very dangerous because if I miss, I'm kind of out of control going downwards quickly. There's also a crow hanging out nearby that's way stronger than I am. He's kind of watching all these birds, so I gotta be careful here that he doesn't eat me. I'm now a chicken, and this makes me very nervous. You lay eggs on the ground, you get 50 experience for every egg we lay. Oh, okay, we can still fly, so that's good. If I can get this bread, never mind. Oh, that's okay. We are now a toucan. That means we have a 25% chance to eat fruit at one bite. We can eat all this stuff. Still no players. I don't remember where these yellow fruits are. I think they're in the far right of the map, and it's very scary to go there, but we might go that way anyway. Or maybe this little spot's the way to go because look at all this free bread that's hanging out. This one's going to be a bit of a long one because we're mostly just going to eat fruit and it doesn't get us a ton of experience, but it shouldn't be more than a few quick fruits really. And we got poison, so that means we need to dive in here where the bee is going to try and dive bomb us at the same time. Then we've got to get out and get to a cloud where we're safe. Or the bee might give up because the bee's poison isn't super strong. I'm already at 97th place on the leaderboard though. We ate enough fruit that we became a bird. Its power is we have a 35% chance to find a frog in a swamp, which we gobble up instantly. The swamp is over to the left. I think that's also a frog right there. You go away. I'm trying to eat frogs. Okay, well, he's going to camp that, so I'm out of here. Pretty sure the swamp is over to the left. At least it used to be, so we'll go over that way. There is also fish in these little ponds that are pretty good experience, but I don't really want to sit in a pond right now. That's dangerous. And we definitely got to find some water now because we're on fire. We are very on fire and not finding any water. There we go. Get in there quick and we should be good. There's also a fish down there. Again, I'm just very nervous about the water because things can land on us and then we're trapped. But there's another frog. Let's hopefully actually eat one of these for once. And then we really need my health to go back up because I'm very nervous. There's a frog in the graveyard. Nothing to see here. Okay, we're 1/3 of the way through this level. Are we supposed to gobble these up instantly? Are we not in a swamp anymore? This is working out pretty good. There's not a lot of competition for food, but there are a lot of stronger creatures over here that will kill me fairly quickly if I let them. This might be the final frog. This guy might try and steal it from me, but he's too slow. One more creature. I think this is going to be the final frog. And then we're going to turn into a red bird. I also need water pretty badly, so we're going to get some of that while it's moderately safe to do so. Then we're just going to eat the rest of this crap. I would prefer flies and mosquitoes, but they're very small and hard to catch. Eggs, on the other hand, are in abundance thanks to the new chickens. Actually, I'm getting very good experience from all this little stuff. This red bird's easy. So far, I've mostly just been minding my own business, eating things like fruit, and it's been working out pretty well for me. No one's really wanted to mess with me that bad. And now we're the pelican, presumably. I'm pretty sure these are good at swimming. This should probably be the best experience, but they're going to be the hardest to get because everyone wants to eat these things and they're just very hard to get a hold of. They spawn pretty frequently, but there's always going to be competition for someone else. I don't know what number of evolution this is, but we're up to 82 on the leaderboard. The first bit of food we get to eat is this stupid bird finally. And how much experience is this going to be worth? Actually about 1/3, a lot better than I thought. So it really only should be a few of these frogs. They're not going to be super easy to grab because suddenly there's a lot of competition for them. Okay, this might be the final frog. Now we're a vulture. So we can eat snakes, flies, and dragonflies though, bees. So we're going to go find some of those things because that's fun. Didn't mean to touch that guy because he poisons us and then he'll chase us for a long time until we die. But I just realized I can also eat these purple berries that are on this bush. So we hide in the bush at the same time, but that could actually work out for us not bad. Because we can just pluck these as we're going in and out of hiding. It's not very exciting, but it's very safe. I found a dragonfly. We knocked him into the cave, so that was actually a good shot. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him though. But it is a nice feeling that we're starting to be able to eat other players. I went into the bush for a second to hide and we turned into a bat. So bats eat mice or whatever this white rat is. I don't really know where the white rats are. Pretty sure I know where the mice are though. We gotta go to the right. Okay, so there are some mice in here. Again, this is a dangerous spot because lots of things that can eat me would like to come in here, like that guy. And then we're kind of trapped. So this really isn't actually a good spot for me to be. We're going to sneak out the roof if we can. So we've always just got to be very careful about who else is in here because you can get very trapped very quickly. That's not a fun feeling. The red bird has come back for me again. He knows exactly what he's doing. If we can try and outmaneuver him again, we're going to get over top of... Okay, I'm dead. And that set us back into whatever this thing is, a vulture. So we'll go back to eating very small bugs. I think we got this guy pretty trapped, so kind of sucks for him. Not that sorry though. Okay, we're already back to bat form because we didn't get set back too far from our little incident a minute ago, so we're going to be a little more choosy about when we go in here now. Or I could try and be really brave and go down into the depths, but if you think this place is scary, the down below is much, much worse. Although as I recall, there are more mice to the right in some of the other pyramid areas. So I'm just very quickly going to try and get all the mice I can and get out of here. Which hopefully will be this one. Things tend to fly past this pyramid fairly quickly and don't really notice what's going on in here, and I'm hoping it stays that way. This should be the final mouse, and at least I know where there's lots of these now where I can do this kind of in peace. So now we eat pink fish and starfish. And I'm pretty sure there's lots of those down here, and I'm pretty sure this can stay underwater longer. We can't see a lot, but you know, we'll be okay. Got that fish, and we'll take this fish from the duck if we can, because we swim better. Oh, starfish, get that. Out of the way, stupid. That's mine. Nope, that's mine. You can't even eat that. There we go. Already a quarter of the way through the level. Only a couple more fish to go. This has been pretty uneventful, luckily. I'm glad there's not a lot of predators down here. I think this lone starfish will put me over the top. It sure did. I'm now a bird that can't see under the water though, so I didn't really think this through. I also don't really swim very well, so we're gonna get out of here and get to a cloud and figure out what this bird does. So we just have another swoop. We can swoop down and hit things for double damage. We're gonna go eat some bugs. Like this butterfly who's basically trapped himself under the flower for me. That was very thoughtful of him. And no, I didn't need to do that. I just wanted to. There's a mosquito who we should probably... Oh, I missed a dive bomb. There's a mosquito I just dive bombed. A fly, rather. I know my animals. And he's dead. There's another butterfly. They tend to be easy because they're so big. The bigger the animals are, tend to be the more vulnerable they are. Got him. Dive. Got him. Oh, and here's a little bug down at the bottom. I don't know what he's doing down here. He might have just... Oh, okay. I gotta watch out for the big pterodactyl because those can trap you big time. Next up, we do get to be a hornet, and that's kind of fun because hornets, I'm pretty sure, can eat a lot of different creatures. Got them. Okay, so now look at the list of creatures we can destroy. These redbirds are like, if they're yellow or orange, that means we can maybe kill them, but they could maybe kill us. Oh, I just missed them. That would have been big experience. Because those redbirds are the strongest thing we could possibly kill. They'll give us 742 experience all by themselves, whereas something like fruit gives us 16. Ooh, look at that parrot. Toucan. Whatever it's called. Come here. I think I just poisoned it, actually. Yeah, I got the experience for that because I just happened to poison it as it left. And I poisoned him, too. That's why these things are fun. Things get poisoned, and then you can chase them around and harass them. They've got to make it to water to detox. And you can touch pretty much everything here and annoy them. Oh, come on. We can... Yeah, I got him. Oh, I didn't really want to... Well, we'll take this for now because, you know. But I was enjoying the hornet so much. Pretty sure I can get away with eating like this one single fish. Get in there. There we go. Okay, now we're an owl, so we've got to eat mice again, frogs, other birds. We have a 10% chance to do critical damage to players, and we have better vision in the dark. So let's go mess with some more birds. I like when they get stuck under the flowers. That's the most vulnerable spot. Got him. Accidental food is also the best food. Almost had that pigeon gone. Got him. Wow, we're getting to the owl very quickly. I thought this was going to be a lot of work, but there's so many pigeons flying into me, it makes it easy. And now we're a maroon bird. Oh, stay away from that. So this is another dive bombing bird where we can do double damage, but we can eat pretty much everything here. So we're just going to hang out in this area and continue doing like we have been, and pretty much just flying into random idiots who happen to be close enough to me. This guy's just hanging out on the ground waiting to die, so we'll oblige him. Then Maya here. Whoop. We definitely missed. Oh, well, you know, see, everything's kind of a happy accident in this game. We miss one thing, but we land on top of someone else. Toucan would be great experience if I could get to him. Come on, get him. Oh, we missed. But we've almost leveled up anyway, and I'm really enjoying this bird. We'll settle for a woodpecker then. Now we're one of these. We can eat chickens, bluebirds, toucans, more of the same things. Oh, actually bluebirds. Like this bluebird. We have like a dive forward type. Oh, that was... Oh, we needed to hit him for one more tick. So we could basically give ourselves a little speed boost. I prefer the downward momentum better because it works easier. But I'll settle for anything because I'm desperate. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos going on here. These guys don't know what to do with themselves. Luckily, there's nothing... Oh, look at the bluebird in the bottom left. He thinks he's hiding down there. Don't worry, I'll come take care of you. This should be some decent experience. I feel like I should just stay near this watering hole because it's just full of food that I can eat. And nothing that's too much stronger than me either. Like this poor chicken. Got him. I don't know what we ate to give us so much experience. Probably something in the water hole that I didn't really see. But these eggs are also pretty great. This guy might be broken, so we're going to take advantage of him. Perfect. The eagle is basically the same thing, but can eat just a little more things, including the big, those things. We definitely want to eat chickens or redbirds, preferably things like that because those are the most experience for us. But we can also eat cats. Oh, and a toucan. I don't think I got the experience for that though. I'm probably going to have to move on from here pretty quick though too, because there's a Grim Reaper camping the water. And if I can't get to the water, then I'm screwed. But we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, this duck is doubly boned. Come on. You know what you want to. Yeah, I think I might have him here. Because I can... Nope. Well, someone ate him. So that's all that really matters. How much experience are cats? I think I just ate a cat. There's another cat. We're going to eat this. Actually, pretty good experience. Got it one in the water. He's definitely mine. Okay, now we got to eat either penguins or whatever those are. And those we can only find to the left in the ice zone. So that means we got to travel a long way to the left. And I just realized we're actually all the way up to 34 on the leaderboard suddenly, so we climbed up a lot the last little while. And that also means we're getting near the top. Evolutions are going to start taking a little bit longer, but we're going to be that much stronger again. So over here is always a battle between the bats and the owls. There's usually a bat camping somewhere near here or in the caves. They're trying to eat the owls, and the owls have to be over here because this is really their only food source. And that could be scary because they're supposed to kind of go down into the caves, but that's very dangerous. So instead, we just skirt along the ice, waiting for a penguin to spawn, and hopefully we're the lucky ones to grab it. And 9 times out of 10, we're not. I mean, we can go down into there. Maybe we will. We'll risk it this once, just to show you guys how terrifying this is. Because as soon as we go down there, yeah, there's already a bat down there. Never mind. Because I'm pretty sure the bats can also see very well in the dark, so we don't really have an advantage. It's kind of just a race through the maze. Okay, let's try this again. It's very sketchy to eat this first one because things near the surface can get you very quickly. So we're going to go a little deeper where we're not so visible from the surface. So far, there's no bats, but anything that moves really freaks me out right now. Maybe just going to stick to penguins. It's slower, but much less sketchy. My very first penguin, which wasn't a ton of experience, but like I said, the evolutions are going to get a little bit slow now. This might be a stupid theory, but with this many owls down here, I feel a little bit safer because even if a bat does show up, they're probably going to eat one of the other owls before me. I just realized there's a cave over here now. There never used to be a cave here, but there's new stuff over here that I didn't know about. So clearly the map over here is different from what it used to be. Found a penguin though. Hopefully I can get him down. Yep, there we go. We're 3/4 of the way through the level, and I really hope I never have to replay this one. Okay, let's try this other side cave, because I've never seen this before. Very nervous about what's down here. So far, it mostly seems like owls, and that's a good thing. And this one seems a little easier to escape. There's definitely more escape routes. The other one's so narrow that if something comes at you, you're pretty much committed to charging straight at it. So I've got to eat like 1-2 more things tops. Maybe a penguin would work? I want to get on top of it though, so in case someone else sees it. Yeah, there we go. Now we can eat a whole bunch of things. So I'm getting out of this area because this area is too tough. We really don't have to go very far before we can find something to eat though. Lots of creatures around for something like this. Like a cat. Well, let me eat this one then. That's fine. Yeah, this'll work. Got him. I would go... I'm probably still going to go for that. I had to. The phoenix over there is making me kind of nervous because they will kill me pretty quickly. But I can't resist. When I see something I want to eat, I just gotta put it in my mouth. These guys just love jumping into water for me to eat. Not a ton of experience, unfortunately, but still very satisfying. Okay, I've killed enough things to become a raven now, so we can eat basically everything plus penguins. But I think the fish are probably actually best. The raven is basically the same. We're just going to go around eating more stuff. We're going to jump on players whenever we can down in the water because that's just hilarious. But other than that, it's not going to be anything overly exciting. To put it in perspective how long this is going to take, if I eat this one little fish, look how much my experience bar moved. It basically didn't. Which means I've got to focus on some of the bigger foods. Over here, there are a lot of fish to eat. They're not the greatest experience, but they are experience. Plus, penguins are over here. We can get lots of experience with them. Plus, we can eat them in one bite if our thing is recharged. I'm pretty sure in here we can find some better stuff right after I consume this lone penguin. But if we can get to that meat's very good. But I know a guy spawns here once in a while that's very strong. Plus, it's just really annoyingly hard to fit into these places. We're going to be very careful in here because if something stronger comes, we're pretty boned. In fact, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. But I'm going to remember that place when I'm stronger because I'm going to come back and trap all the ravens in there eating things. A little bit more on fire than I would like to be. Luckily, the phoenix didn't follow up with me because he probably would have killed me fairly easily. And now we're a bat, so now we can eat some of those fun owls that like to hang out down below. I'm going to wait around here and eat all the owls I can, just out of revenge. I also have a 25% chance to deal critical damage to things, and I'm pretty sure I just killed like a redbird. Remember earlier when there were so many owls down here just waiting for a bat like me? No, there's none. But as I recall, there were some owls on the other side waiting for me to eat them as well. This isn't a good guy to run into right now. Go chase the other one, please. Chase the other one. Chase the other one. I don't want to die. I worked hard to get here. Uh-oh. This is... Oh, we're so dead.
Well, this feels like karma.
But I'm pretty sure all I need to do is eat one and then I'm back to a... Haha, bat can't eat me now, stupid. Finally grinded my way back to bat form, so I'm going to continue on grinding my way forward again. But I've also realized I've never seen these white rats that are apparently very valuable. So I'm going to wander to the edge of the map to see if they're over there. I might be dead here by a very unfortunate... I was going to dodge him, but I hit a woodpecker instead. So now he's following me, probably ready to kill me. Okay, that might have actually saved my life. Luckily, he ran into that idiot, and as long as I don't run into too many more things... Oh, this is stressing me out real bad now. Uh-oh. Okay, get out of the water and find a cloud. Yep, I think we're going to be okay. Maybe. Oh, that was close. That pterodactyl definitely just killed a shark, so that's what you need to be able to kill them. And I have no idea what's over here. Okay, there's a woolly mammoth and a big yellow guy. Gonna see if I can time this bird. Nope. There's also just a lot of really strong creatures over here, so I'm gonna leave. This isn't fun. This is just stressful. Experience isn't as good, but I'll be alive at least. Uh-oh, Grim Reapers. Those are the very strongest things on the map, and there was just 2 of them, but I luckily snuck by. Okay, I was just sitting there basically camping over here, so now I can eat either sharks, crocodiles, or the yellow fruits. This guy's gonna be a problem though, because he knows I'm pretty weak, so he's probably gonna camp me for the rest of time. Okay, he left. I don't know where he went, so I'm gonna fly high and just cruise over to the right. Should I try and eat a shark right now? What kind of experience that gives me? Come here. Yeah, that's like 1/3 of a level by itself. Sharks might be the way to do this, provided I don't get dive bombed by something stronger. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's more than enough sharks to go around to share. Oh, actually, these hurt me too. I didn't realize that. Okay, we're gonna not fight sharks. Okay, so long as I'm being careful over here, I can just eat these yellow fruits and then evolve to a bigger pterodactyl, which looks something like this. It's not strong enough to kill the dinosaur, but it's strong enough to kill sharks and basically anything, even a woolly mammoth. And they're big enough that you can kind of just bully things. If you get on top of them, you're so big that it's hard for things to get out from underneath you. This is a really bad spot for me to be. I'm hoping everything kind of fights everything else for a bit. I'm gonna go hide in a cloud because I'm not dealing with all this. Again, I'm in a bit of a bad spot because, yep, I'm probably dead here. I've got to find water to put this out while he's still following me around doing lots of damage. So the fire is out. We've got to get out of here like right now. He's going to fire me again. So I'm pretty dead here. Yep, that was just really bad timing on my part. Well, there's always next time. So I need to put a rocket into space. Luckily for me, I've had lots of experience with just this sort of thing. There's the shaft. Then we're going to give it a pink nose cone and some kind of booster. In fact, we're going to fit 2 on there because more thrust is always better, am I right? And that's as complex as I can build right now. But I think it's perfect. Whether or not it actually goes anywhere, we are yet to find out. We're going to go ahead and launch it in the middle of a sketchy alleyway, and we just killed someone's dog. So can we just spam people now? Okay, our rocket got 34 meters up. Actually reached a speed of 110 kilometers an hour, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now I get to upload my beautiful video and see how well it does. We're going with extra boost. And apparently we're pretty popular for what we've done. 5 subs, 586 views. I want to build more rockets. Okay, so now our complexity goes up to 13, so we can add even more stuff on our amazing rocket. I think we had a pretty good design before. We're just missing some fins. And then we're going to see how many boosters we can put on now. Looks like we're only going to get 2 again, but 2 is more than enough for now. But also, let's make it a little bit longer.
What?
Because I feel like longer is also often better.
But you can't do this to me.
That probably makes it heavier, but that's beautiful. We're going to go ahead and build that and send it into space. I think it's going to work great. Oh, might be a bit tall. Launch! Okay, that was a fun idea, but let's go ahead and I think that deletes it and maybe put a nose cone back on and back to space we go. Something still seems wrong about this. It doesn't like the balance on nose, I think, with the extra those things. So we'll go ahead and launch this and back to the drawing board. Maybe if I move the engine's propulsion up just a little bit higher. That already looks a lot more stable on launch. At least it's going to go upwards, at least to start. We'll go ahead and launch, and that actually went a lot better than I thought it would. We hit 57 meters this time at 110 kilometers an hour. And look at that, our channel is going somewhere. I want to build more rockets. My challenge now is to reach 1 kilometer up. So I think we basically do what we just did. We just add more thrust to it. So we'll put you on there. I don't know if it matters if they're centered. I guess we'll probably find out the hard way. We'll go ahead and put a nose cone up top because that probably helps. I don't know if putting a thruster in the middle of the shaft is going to help at all, but we don't know until we try. I assume it's on nowhere. It just went nowhere, and that's fine. Let's just see what this happens to do. At least we're in a safer environment. Are we going to hit 1 kilometer? It's hard to say from here. We went about 90 meters, which is not a kilometer. Not even a tenth of the way there yet. And then my rocket blew up. Surely this will make the difference. Stability is okay. Our thrust is 13.5. Long story short, I don't really know what any of that means. But it's balancing to start, so that's a good thing. We're going to go a little bit higher, I think. Nope, we still only went about 90 meters. But we'll give the good people a new video so I can make some more money to buy a better rocket. And we found an uncommon tag for doing what we did. The thumbnail is just absolutely beautiful. We got enough subs to rank up. We're now iron rank, whatever that means, but I think that's going to unlock us the new parts we need. Yep, great video. Can you maybe build something with my teddy bear? I want to see him fly. I sure can, kid. Hope you're not expecting him back. This isn't even a challenge. Include the teddy bear and launch the rocket. So okay, this basically challenge completed. No problem at all. And it's a work of art. It's gonna go far. Ready and go. Hey, that actually went better than I thought. Oh, well, I guess the kid will get his bear back after all. But after doing this, I achieved several rare tags, probably because I used a bear. So we're going to use the adult tag, I guess, and playtime. It's adult playtime. Since we have the tags, we're just going to go with Space Teddy Adult Playtime because it pretty much makes itself, and that's pretty good thumbnail. Off we go. I just got 84 subs for launching a bear 50 feet up into the air. And I regret nothing. Now he's giving me his sister's doll. that's fine. If people donate me stuff, I'll send it into space, whatever they want. Okay, I've got 2 new challenges. One is to launch the baby doll thing into space, and the other is to reach 50 meters but stay below 100. And our complexity is up to 19. So I think I could probably get this over 50 meters. We'll just put a little cone on top, and then we'll put some fins on the bottom. That way it's aerodynamic. And then we have enough room for a few boosters, so we'll put those there and there. Maybe also one more down there for good measure. And we'll see if this can get into space or not. Not sure if it's going to balance, but that's a thing of beauty. It's falling over right away. Might have to take off those fins on the bottom. Not the fins, whatever this thing is called. What if I put it there? Will it let me do that? I guess it doesn't really let me do that. Like, I stuck it on there, but there's nothing on the doll's stomach. But we'll go ahead and launch this, and that actually went better than I thought. I suspect the tags are the only thing that matters, so pink power boost. And the girl whose doll it is pretty mad about that. I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore her. Now, I have unlocked toilet paper rolls. They're much lighter than the usual rocket body, so if I go like that, I think I could probably get the height I need by putting a cone on top. Then if I put that there and then a booster on either side, that might be just what we need to get to whatever it is we're aiming for. So we're getting about 1 thrust per 10 grams of weight. But if I add another section of toilet paper roll, I get considerably better. Whether or not this is gonna fly, I don't really know yet, but we're certainly going to try. We gotta stay below 100 but above 50. Go! And oh, we went over 100. We went to 120 by accident. We accidentally launched our rocket too high. We're just too good. We're still going to give the good people this video Mega Boost Improviser. So I think maybe my first idea was correct to use less thrust. So I think as simple as that should probably hit our numbers. I mean, it looks closer to a sex toy than something that's going to go into space, but we'll see what it actually ends up doing. You never know once you launch your rocket what exactly is going to happen. Hit about 60 meters, so we achieved our goal. And apparently because we hit 69 meters as the top altitude, we now have censored, which is an epic tag. So maybe we'll do censored hot dog. That's got to be a strong combination, and we'll see what the people think of that. We hit 10,000 views on our video, and we reached a new rank. Bronze. Our next challenge is to go over 100 and 150. Plus I also got some cherry bombs, so those are going to explode the rocket once they hit altitude. I wonder if I could do both challenges at once, because I think I maybe could as long as it will let me. Well, we don't have the room for now anyway, and that's fine because we'll complete this first challenge and we'll beat it real good. At least I'm pretty sure we will. The last one we did for this hit 120 meters, which is about perfect. Yeah, it's coming back down now. Double barrel toilet roll. This video didn't do as well, but that's okay because I get new parts. These new boosters are way heavier, 160 grams. Wow, they're huge. This is gonna be fun. They also seem like they're really big. Like, basically, I'm already out of parts, so we're kind of gonna go like that, and that's our rocket. This one's really all just about horsepower, basically. It's gonna go up, or it's going to go somewhere in a hurry. So off it goes. Yeah, that's getting some altitude. It's still going up. Hey, we broke 208 meters. So we'll get to 1,000 eventually. Is it coming back down yet? Oh, yep, there it is. The tags are cheetah tail. Oh, I didn't realize I could be using 3 of these. Pink, double barrel, lightweight. Really boring use of tags. 474 views. You know what? I'm an artist. I'm all about the rocket, not the views. And since I still need to do my cherry bomb challenge, I'm not sure if these actually add any thrust or if they just explode. I'm thinking they just explode, so I'm gonna go ahead and basically just make an explosion. The perfect, ignited cherry bomb above a height of 25 meters. Never mind. Had to make a few improvisations, but that should work. There's a cherry bomb up top, and there's one actually stuck directly in the middle. That probably won't mess with things too bad. Whoop, off it goes. And it exploded. Were we above 25 meters? We definitely were not. We went to a peak of 18. So I've moved the cherry bombs both lower so the aerodynamics are a little better. Not sure what's going on there. Not sure I care. We hit not quite high enough yet. This one's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. So we're going to attach that basically wherever we can that's not there or there. And that's going to look something like that. Aerodynamically, it's perfect. So it should hit over 25 meters before exploding. Yep, we're way up to almost 100 meters, and we basically made a very illegal firework. So this time, let's go Mega Boost Explosion Bango. And that got 8,000 views, so we should make some money and get some new parts. I also have a challenge to shoot a rocket through a window, and I think I could probably make that work. We can use a funnel for our, top, and then the body's gonna be something like that. Then we'll go ahead and stick on some boosters, and I think we're ready for takeoff. Not entirely sure where we are. I guess that's a window we're trying to go through. So if we launch here, We hit the roof. It's not going out the window though, so we need to aim it to the left. I wonder if we could just kind of go like that and then it'll naturally tip. I mean, that might actually work. I had the right idea. Maybe I just need to launch it quicker. That's not the window. Like, I get it part of the way there. It can balance right there, but that's still not going to hit the window. Closer than it was, though. I tried to do something clever, and that didn't work, but I have an idea. What if I build something like this? Oh, that thing's way bigger than I thought it was. That still might work. We might just need more powerful rock. Oh. That was actually really close. Basically, I need to turn one of these like a little bit. That might be enough to do it. I did not expect that would be anywhere near working. But sometimes you just gotta try stupid things, and sometimes that works. Story of my life. Fly through window. Alright. That's gotta be a superstar video. Rocket girl. Oops. Trash. 6,000 views for putting a rocket out a window? Okay, this challenge is to knock over a portable toilet with a rocket, and I like the sound of that. Basically, I have no idea what we're trying to do necessarily, but apparently that also involves a stool. So I just want to see how this is going to work, because I really don't care for results until I see what I'm actually aiming for. That's beautiful. Okay, so it's in that direction. I wish I knew how to aim stuff. Launch. And it went absolutely nowhere. I'm going to be honest with you at this point. I have no idea how to make this work. I think I might need more parts before this is even going to come close to working. But I guess you never really know until you try. We're just going to send this stool somewhere. Basically, I put a bunch of propulsion onto a stool that may or may not work or go anywhere at all. It's certainly not going to hit what I wanted it to because this is all very heavy. So instead, we're going to do the toy block house. We need to reach 75 meters using a toy block and a roof. And that really shouldn't be that hard because this is basically a rocket naturally. I mean, how could something like this not hit a great height? And you know what? I think it's probably very important to still have one of these on there. All right, let's take a look at what we just created. Yep, that'll work. All we gotta do is get over 75 meters. We have the propulsion to do it, I know that much. Yeah, we had 150 meters with a toy house, and our thing should come back eventually. We also hit 173 kilometers an hour and probably just did a lot of property damage. And we got another rare tag. We're gonna tiny house, lightweight, mega boost. So I'm getting better at rockets, but worse at getting views. Okay, I just unlocked what's called double booster, which is way stronger than the other booster, and it basically uses all the complexity by itself, but it has a thrust of 200. So say we had a tin can on top of that and then a funnel on top of that. Might not be the most stable thing in the world, but it's gonna have some thrust. It's basically made out of like thrust. The rocket just is thrust in no particular direction, so I have no idea what it's gonna do. It did go a long way somewhere though. We hit 216 meters up, even though we went mostly horizontal. So I'm pretty happy with that. The rocket broke apart due to weak structure, but I achieved an epic tag. The Vulcan Skeleton Recycler. That's gotta be a hit. That actually was. That got 87,000 views. Okay, so let's do the fireworks show. I need to ignite fireworks above 60 meters. This is what I've come up with. The one is gonna set off after 3 seconds, this one's gonna set off after 5 seconds, and I just hope they're both above 60 meters. Aerodynamics aren't really gonna be a thing on this one either, but when are they ever? And here we go. So after 3 seconds, one is going to go, then the other one's going to launch a second later. Hey, we did it! First try! Fireworks, cherry explosion. Not a lot of views on this one, people didn't like it. My complexity is getting higher and I did get side fins. So that makes me think I might be able to channel this a little bit straighter now. So I can basically have the rocket be made out of boosters with fins. Then we're going to put a toy house roof on top and add a couple of smaller boosters underneath that just for a little extra. This thing's going to the moon, I can feel it. Is it leaning already? Whatever. Off it goes. That actually flew pretty straight considering we hit 600 meters up, 700 meters up. I did not expect that to work as well as it did. 760 meters and we hit 433 kilometers an hour. Rocket Kit XL Shark Power Boost. That one was also not a hit, but I think I just leveled up to silver. And now we have a new design so I can build in 3D. And that actually gets a lot more complicated because it can show, I presume, aerodynamics. I think I want to try a design just like this. It's nicely balanced. I should get just a little higher. This is the pinnacle of rockets. It falls over right away also. Maybe if I just launch it a little quicker. Where's the launch button? There we go. Just launch it before it falls over. That's the trick. 600, 700, 800, 900. We broke 1,000. I didn't have the challenge on though because I didn't think that was going to work. So let's do pretty much that same thing. Just let me put my challenge back on. Because if I do this too, I get an extra 10 complexity points. So we'll just go ahead and launch right away before it tips too much. That's okay. It's a process to get a rocket into the air. I mean, I don't work for NASA or anything, but after they see this video, I probably will. Expecting that phone to ring any minute now. There's 1,000 meters, 1.1, 1.3 kilometers into the sky. I don't know if we could be following this along. We have zooms and stuff now, I guess. So, whatever. Our rocket at 500 kilometers an hour. Oh, we have ridiculous is viral, so ridiculous. Let's go with ridiculous kilometer challenge. I think that's going to work a little better. This is going to be a big hit of a video. I can see 1 million views easy. 132,000. I just forgot a few zeros. But that gave me 700 subs by itself because that was an amazing rocket and I'm making money now so I can buy stuff. So if my complexity is up to 52 now and one of these is 26, we can just put 2 boosters together, I think. Does that work? Do you guys go together? I mean, it's kind of hard to get them. I think I can make a grid actually to get them to... So these don't stick together unless you have something like conjoining them. So we're going to have to wait to do the super rocket. And so we'll use one of these and a soccer ball on top. And then also a mannequin like that. Just because basically the challenge is to launch something using this. And sometimes you just have to mess with things to see what happens. That'll probably be fine. Ready and go. Launching. It's not enough to lift the mannequin off the ground. So we'll remove the mannequin and launch it just like that because it's not technically a launch, I think, if we don't actually, launch it. There we go. Soccer ball is being donated to someone in that direction. So we're going to get minimal purist recycler trash. How's that going to do, people? 10,000 views, good enough considering I just launched a rocket for funsies. Not much money on that. Okay, now that I've completed another challenge, I can do 2 of the mega boosters plus a funnel up top. This is another one that's just going to have a lot of thrust. I don't know if it matters at this point. It's just kind of going to accelerate faster. I don't know if it's going to go any higher. I'm not really a rocket guy, believe it or not. No, it looks like it's going somewhere, so that's fine for now. It's at 600, 700, 800 meters. It's not going to go as high, which is troubling, but I have an idea. Oh, I can actually zoom in and see what it's up to. Oh, I see. We get different views from different cameras. Well, we got a rare tag, so I might as well upload the video for some easy money. Walk, skeleton, extra boost. 12,000 views is a few more dollars, but I do have some better rocket pieces now that I can actually build like professional rockets and they even snap together. And those parts are actually pretty cheap. So eventually I'll be able to build something that can even out, but for now we're going to go something like that and then maybe throw another one of these somewhere on there. We move that one up a little bit and this one down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably about even. This one might actually do a loop accidentally. Off we go. Well, it's actually going up into the sky, so we'll see how it's doing on its way up. It's at 300 meters, 400 meters, and it's coming back down. I think the weight imbalance caused it to flip-flop. Now it's thrusting itself towards the ground, or someone's house. Well, this guy does want a rocket that does a loop, so I feel like I already halfway built that. I'm pretty sure if I just kind of take away some of the balance of this, that's got to do a loop eventually, I think. Are you going to loop? You're going that way, you're going that way. Maybe we need like a secondary... Oh, the fins at the back probably keep it too stable. I gotta get rid of those. I don't really know what it means by loop either, so... let's make sure it's actually going to get off the ground. That might tip upon launch, but that might actually work to my advantage. Go ahead and launch. Is that a... Nope, that's just really dangerous. Okay, I need to probably put this down here. That way we don't tip right away. That will rest on the ground and not tip. Much better. Off you go. Please do a loop. It did like a swirl. Still not looping. I don't know how to make it do a loop. Okay, lucky for us, we do also have engines. So if I'm understanding this correctly, this engine will give me thrust. It will be fed by that fuel. As it flies, it's going to be plenty aerodynamic, so let's just see what this does before improving upon it. Because I'm not really sure I'm understanding this correctly. That's a rocket. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so let's put fuel up there. We're going to put the engine maybe here for a moment. We're going to put a tail down there on the bottom. So I'm thinking if I put 2 engines fed by 2 separate tanks, this rocket should go a long ways. It definitely took a minute to figure out exactly where I could put everything. And even then, it still wants to disconnect, but I think we got pretty much a perfect design. So that's my beautiful design. Let's see if it's actually going to work. It actually looks like a pretty professional rocket, but whether or not it flies like an actual rocket, I don't really know. It tilted a little bit, but it's going somewhere. And I think it's out of fuel already, but it did hit almost 200 meters, which isn't bad. I was hoping to go a little further. Do-it-yourself motor, engine, sprint. 60,000 views though, super smart combo. We made $100. Well, since my complexity is all the way up to 70 now, I feel like we could potentially build something pretty amazing. So I'm thinking something like this to start. It's obviously not very aerodynamic here, but maybe if I add some triangles, we'll get the desired effect. That's probably how that works. So now if we check the flight, I don't know if it's actually better or not with the triangles. It is considerably lighter without the triangles, so let's try it like this. But we have two very big thrusters and what should be a fairly stable rocket. It looks fast. So let's give it a launch and see what this thing's actually capable of. I feel like it turned there a lot more than I wanted it to. I don't know what data is. Oh, we can look at all the data. Sounds confusing to me. Yeah, that definitely didn't go as far as I thought it would. That was only 500 meters. So we've got some work to do. Basically, I'm going to move these down to about here. You'd think that would work against the stability, but I don't know. Now is it going to work? The game did a weird leggy thing there, so that's a good sign. But 400, 500 meters, I still think we're missing out. We added more power, but it's somehow working against us. The only thing I could think of is adding yet another booster because I actually have the room for it. It might fall over, but it should be balanced actually. Yep, it's balanced. Off it goes. It's beautiful. We'll go ahead and zoom in on it, and that's how they got to the moon in the first place. And it flipped upside down again. I think that's because the center of mass is in the wrong spot. But I enjoyed what I created here today. Next time I'll get a bigger booster. Today on Idiot Island, we're gonna have a man in his underwear survive for as long as possible. And with me in charge, he is sure to thrive. The first thing we're gonna do is reward him with a hearty coconut. And then also explore what's over here because apparently we get to keep our house from last time, which isn't quite done, but it's rather close. So I'm not sure why we get this, but I'm not gonna complain. The first thing we're gonna do is gather some logs. Or we're gonna click on whatever this is as he stares passionately into your soul. I'm also not really sure what we're doing here. Oh, maybe we should call it Erotic Island now. Yeah, he likes that. We all like that. Okay, I got money for covering his face in coconut cream. I mean, why wouldn't I? That makes sense. I guess we're shaving him. Okay, we get money for shaving him. Now we're gonna survive. And that didn't even take a day. I don't know why we got money to shave the naked man, but we got money to shave the naked man. Anyways, what we really need here are logs. We need to keep up our log production for as long as possible while not getting eaten by the sharks on day 1. And given how many sharks there are and only 3 logs, actually we got it. Day 2 already, we're absolutely thriving. So basically, as long as he's not immediately dying of anything at all, we're going to be looking for logs. Here's the hardest challenge in the world. Am I going to get it before the shark gets me? I don't know. That was a close one. And it's a good thing we shaved him. Now the water won't get stuck in his beard. It'll just beat off his body straight onto the island. So he's earned himself a coconut. And also there's a clam on the ground. We might as well scoop up one of those. This is a little bit backwards, but I'm going to take advantage of the rain today because, well, it's raining. We can feed him tomorrow if he's good, but only if he's good. And it's raining anyway, so I didn't need to do that, but we'll catch ourselves a fish. I'm suddenly pretty stressed out about this because I don't actually know how many spears I have, so I wouldn't want to miss. 6.4 kilos. So we've already gathered the coconut today, so his daily chores are done. So now what do we do with this idiot? Walk the plank, stupid, get in the water. We're going to see if there's sharks around. He won't do it. But because our levels are getting low, we might as well stoke the fire with some of our valuable logs, which brings us to day 5. Our sleep levels are still pretty good. I'm not sure where he's getting rest. Actually, stoking the fire does not progress the day. I forgot about that, so we're gonna find more logs. What a life. Walking around naked on our own island collecting logs. And checking our levels and things, we're doing pretty good. We have 1 water drop. I don't know what that is, but we have 8 spears. And we can make more if we need to. I'm much less tired than I was last time, so we're not gonna miss many fish. We are gonna party though. And because he's been working so hard, wandering around the island, waving at things, he deserves a nap. Though if it was up to me, he wouldn't get to sleep for a day. He would go right back to work. But I guess he does enjoy murdering sheep in his sleep. Oh, and we get a bomb from this one. That's actually gonna be very good. Not only do we get to blow up the wildlife, but we're gonna get lots of items because of that, as soon as we actually start hitting what we're supposed to. You cleared everything. Now we're fully rested. He will die eventually. It's just gonna be a long, slow death. And we're gonna find some more logs. Okay, there's definitely a lot of sharks here. I would prefer not to use the bomb thing on these guys, but I might have to. Actually, they all moved just to the center, so we got our 4 logs without any issue. So maybe today let's add them to our house, because even idiots need shelter. And we're almost all of the way there. We're actually done already. I didn't realize we were that close. There you go. You now have a hut. Does the hut do anything? Do you like your hut? I worked really hard building this. It better do something. This is what you get for shaving a naked man's face. No appreciation whatsoever. Maybe I should just let him die. Whatever the case, we're going log shopping. And pretty sure I'm going to be able to get these ones. Though the sharks are being pretty annoying about it. Idiots, get over here. And got it. Well, more logs it is. For His Majesty here, who needs a rather expensive hut to survive on. Some levels are getting low. We're going to stoke the fire with our logs. And then we're going to try and catch ourselves a fish. There seems to be a log jam of fish on the right side. I'm a little concerned about, but a big one is powering his way through. So we'll hopefully get that one. Oh, okay. And I said I wasn't going to do that today. I was just aiming at the big squad of fish, hoping to hit one of them. So I should probably start paying attention. Oh, we have something up here. Okay, so we get deliveries to our island. He's not really a survivor at all. What is this? What? Why do we get free stuff? He's surviving in the middle of the goddamn ocean, but he has Amazon delivering him stuff. Why am I taking care of him? If I see a delivery boat show up, I'm gonna stab him with my spear and feed him to the sharks. No one takes care of this naked man except me. We need more logs. Oh, we got Wilson back. Not sure if I should have grabbed Wilson, actually. I don't want him to have a friend. He's going to get too confident if he has someone to talk to. I want him to go insane. We're going to take advantage of the rain today. Hopefully rest doesn't go that low, but he has a mansion to sleep in, so he shouldn't be that tired. And we leveled up. Okay, idiot managed not to die of exhaustion for a day, so good for him. We're going to put him to bed now because he's working so hard getting fed. He literally walks around on the island all day while I do all the work for him. Okay, let's use the auto clicker for this. Oh, it's not that much quicker anyway. Okay, don't use the auto clicker on that game. Oh, I might have broke the game. So if you ever want a wild time while playing Johnny's Island, use an auto clicker. It'll completely crash everything. So that set us back a day, but we got our save file back. So we then murdered the sheep without using an auto clicker, and now life is good again. We got another delivery already. I feel like this is cheating. This is gonna make things so easy. But what can we buy for our idiot now? Some of this stuff actually gets really expensive. Well, he doesn't really deserve any of this stuff yet, and he doesn't need any tools since we get Amazon delivery anyway. So it's back to the log mines for you. We're gonna have so many logs by the end of this, it's gonna be stupid, especially when the levels are this easy. Our levels of many things are getting low, so we're gonna go ahead and spear a fish. I really don't want to talk about that. But when you've got 15 spears because they get delivered to you, it doesn't really matter what you do. Kind of wish I hit the bigger fish. That's only 3 kilos. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stoke that fire. Yeah, you enjoy that. I'm starting to think he's not stranded on the island. I'm starting to think someone put him there for a reason. Because I feel like this guy shouldn't be loose in society. Because there's also no story as to why he's in his underwear on the island. I feel like if he made it there, he fell off a boat, he'd probably have some clothes around. I find it strange he made it here in just his underwear. But let's maybe not ask questions we don't want the answers to. Day 17, give me those logs. Log. So I think it's every 2 days we get a delivery of everything you see that which includes fish. So yeah, this is like playing on cheat mode. We just survive forever. I wonder if we can get day 1000 now. We still need to level him up. He's only level 8. Can we shave him now? He doesn't even have a beard. I just want to put coconut cream on his face again. Yeah, he's definitely on this island for a reason. And nothing happened. Okay, thank you, Johnny, you creepy weirdo. So I'm going to spend the majority of my time just farming logs. And times like this, I'm not going to work really hard to even get the logs because we don't really need them that badly anymore because we're rich in resources. Raining today, but I don't really care, so back to the logs. 1 log. 1 log to every 5 sharks. There's even a log sitting on the beach today. But curiously, no Amazon delivery. That's okay, because he needs a rest anyway. He's been working very hard getting coconut cream on his face. So we'll just go ahead and let him have a nap while we murder some sheep and get some more spears. I just got an achievement for something called Stacker. I assume that's because I killed enough sheep or something. Amazon delivery today. What are we gonna get? Everything. But it's day 20 and we need rainwater, so let's see if we can manage to put coconuts out to collect rainwater. I feel like he could be doing this automatically. We don't need to waste a day to do this. He can just set 3 coconuts on the ground. But who am I to tell this obvious genius how to survive on an island? By the way, stupid, your fire is getting low, so let's go ahead and fix that. Let's see if we can manage this even. I feel like this also doesn't require an entire day's effort, but when you know, you know. Been a few days. The sharks are getting a little bit difficult on this one. They're really going after that 1 log. Never mind, I've got it. Day 23 has our Amazon delivery, plus we need to go fishing unless that happens to have a fish in it, so we don't actually need to go fishing. but I kind of want to. I just can't go too long between stabbing things, otherwise I get unhappy. That was not the right fish. But okay, good luck, Johnny. You're gonna survive off minnows now. I think the hardest part on any given day right now is bothering to scroll over here to check for our Amazon delivery, because for the most part he takes care of himself. Like now, I just put him to bed. Then he uses his psychic powers to summon things straight out of the dream world into reality. Pretty useful skill when surviving on an island. And normally something like this would be annoying where 2 levels of something are getting low, but if we take our Amazon delivery, that's probably going to top up our food. Well, it could have, and then we don't need to worry about the other one. But now that I think about it, the stoking the fire doesn't actually take a day. You need to stoke the fire and life is good again. Now that the fire is fully stoked, we can go farm fish. This is the favorite part of my day. Also, who spearfishes like this? What's he doing? Just waving his spear back and forth at the surface of the water? No wonder he's on this island. Day 27, all the levels are good, so we're probably just going to spend the next week collecting logs. Bit of a problem today. We seem to have a boss. This is new. Yeah, go ahead and take apart my house. Didn't know that was a thing. Great. I like how cheery he is. Like a massive octopus just attacked our house and he couldn't care less. Just another day in the life of Johnny. I am pretty glad that we're going to get some random events showing up that I've never seen before, just to keep it fresh. Look at all of our levels of things. Wow, I need to start paying attention. First things first, we're going to top up our fire, which is, I swear I just topped it up. So that's good. Then we need to sleep. Then we need food and water pretty much in the same day. So that's a little bit alarming. We need our Amazon deliveries back. Please dream something good into existence. Well, we get a log, so that's something at least. When you're as simple as Johnny, logs mean the world to you. Okay, I'm going to try and get fish today. Actually, we're lower on water, so I don't know which one to go for. Whoops. Okay, I guess we're going for water first. Didn't mean to click on that. We might die. Did you know Johnny can survive at negative 0.1 fish? The bar is actually below. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen. Anyways, we're going to feed him some fish now because I don't want him to die, believe it or not. Hey, Johnny, remember you killed that 800 kilogram octopus? Could we have eaten that maybe? Where did that go? Anyways, let's get our Amazon deliveries back because that's very important to me. I'm not sure how many more logs it's going to eat. Oh, okay. So the octopus didn't do a lot of damage at all. We have 17 logs left over. So we're just going to continue to thrive until the next event shows up. I've got to keep in mind that I probably need 2 days of stuff now because if the octopus shows up, that eats a day. But I'm also going to completely forget that. But for now, I'm just going to collect logs while also decimating the shark population. The octopus is back. It's day 40 something, so I'm going to try and kill it before it does much damage. Johnny, could you please eat that thing this time? Use bottles and spears to scare it away. Can we kill it? Well, I don't think it did too much damage. It's day 47. But I pretty much just annihilated it with my spears because I have too many of those thanks to Amazon deliveries. Speaking of which, I've got 28 logs and it only took 1 to repair my hut. So, I guess it's back to business as usual, you creepy weirdo. And we made it to day 50. We're absolutely thriving. I feel like it's pretty mean of someone to deliver him stuff every day and not actually rescue him, but I'm all for that. He doesn't deserve a nice place. Day 52, we're getting low on both water and food, so let's hope this is going to give us something good. And this is why that's so overpowered. Now our food is full again. Now we just need water. So it's definitely worth sacrificing like 100 logs to build this house. Survival gets easy, even for somebody as slow as Johnny. Day 56, he's leveled up again. And that means he's earned coconut cream face. Still not entirely sure why this earns us money. There's a lot of questions I have, and I'm not entirely sure I want the answers to them. Okay, just because there's so many sharks here, I'm going to throw some poison in the water just for fun. I really didn't need to do that. I don't need the logs. I just want to decimate the population. And just to spite them, I'm not even going to take the rest of the logs. They died for nothing. And I think every time he sleeps now, since I have so many items at my disposal, I'm going to try one of the other games to save up some money because I assume he's going to need money for something eventually. Now this one's very complicated. You either hop left or right. Even Johnny can probably manage this one. And he fell to his death. Didn't mean to screw that up so early on, but we're all the richer because of it. And we're 5 coins closer to whatever it is we're saving up for. I should probably start being a little more liberal with my use of items. I just really don't need to risk anything because I'm thriving somehow with this idiot in his underwear. Tap to go forward. Don't fall or hit anything. Pretty sure I can manage that. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm a sheep this time. Johnny has become a sheep, and he's actually better in this form. We're going to make so much money this way though? Oh, never mind. I still make the argument that Johnny is in fact better as a sheep rather than a naked man on an island. And the Kraken is back today. I should be throwing something other than spears maybe. Then again, maybe not. What happened to my water levels? Did the octopus eat my water? Oh right, my shelter is broken. So we definitely can still conceivably die if the right circumstances arise, but luckily it's raining today, so we'll get our water back. 2.9 liters of it, so we're full of water again. Now we can fix everything else in our island that's falling apart. And a few days later, after a short nap, we can finally fix our house again on day 78. The Kraken actually took about 5 logs off our house that last time. Luckily we have 47 spares floating around even after repairs. And it turns out that this game is actually the highest earning for coins. I just made 32 coins and I was half asleep while doing it. Day I don't know what, and Viscidita's back. Let's throw a bottle at him. Does that work? Yeah, it's not as good as the spear. So that was probably pretty damaging to our house. We also need to sleep pretty badly. And that's just fine by me, because when you're this good at life, you make money while you sleep. Day 101 today. We made it all the way here. But we're not done yet. We can go much bigger. Especially with our super hut, making things abundantly easy, even after the octopus tries to destroy it. Then as soon as it's done, we get an Amazon delivery, which was sitting there waiting for us. And day 102, we've unlocked some new items. And because he's been such a good survivor for us, we're going to give him a hat that's very useful to survival. A top hat. Now he's absolutely unstoppable. And we've also assured that anyone driving by in a boat is going to take one look at this situation and not come anywhere near this island. So let's keep going and see just how far we can take this. Wow, this thing's showing up more and more often. Luckily I've got lots of spears for it, so it's probably only taking a log off. 1, 2, 3 logs that time. 4 logs. Wow, it's getting expensive. We got 67 extra logs though. And I've determined now that anything over 7 kilos is a whopper. I was also getting bored, so I started to experiment with just how high we could get our levels, and you could definitely go over max. So on day 113, I think I'm going to change my strategy a bit. Days like today, I don't really need logs. I have 64, so I'm just going to go for an abundance of food now. See, now we already have 16 kilos of fish, which is tons. Plus our Amazon delivery just put us up to 22 kilos of fish. And if we want, we can collect more water today because I don't know what else to do. I guess we have to sacrifice coconuts for that, but we got next to 1.5 liters. So just a short minute later, it is day 150. Boy, that really went by fast. But thanks to my sublime skills and this man's fancy top hat, we're thriving. We've got 31 liters of water, 36 kilos of fish, 67 logs, so we're basically unstoppable. Now it's just a matter of exactly how far we want to take it, because even at a few seconds every day, this is going to take a long time. There's just no quick way to get through the day. Normally when it's raining, I'll collect rain because that's the most efficient time to do it. We're going to get 3 liters, but it still takes this long to pass through a day, and this is the quickest form of day we can do. But let's just keep trucking along because why wouldn't we? We're a survivor. On a sunny day, I'll probably collect logs. These are probably the longest of days because we have to wait a long time for the sharks to organize themselves, which eventually they do, but I'm not super worried about collecting logs anymore because I've got so many. I've just got an abundance of everything I want. A short minute later, it's day 200 and we are absolutely thriving. 56 liters of water, 102 kilos of fish, 73 logs, and a house with home delivery. Plus we can touch Wilson if we want. Also taking stock of the rest of my items, we have 167 spears despite the fact I use them everywhere, 44 poison bottles, 12 dynamites. So we're in pretty good shape, and we're on day 200. Thought I might get some kind of achievement for making it this far, but maybe there's still one coming. I'm pretty sure that if I spear the smallest available fish, I will get an achievement for that, which might be a bit of a struggle because my spear fishing skills are not very good. For example, that was completely by accident. Now's my big opportunity, and I missed by a mile. Okay, I have another opportunity to spear the little fish right here. Was that it? Okay, there might be smaller fish. There was no achievement there, so I just wasted a lot of time. That statement coming from a guy who put a top hat on a man surviving on an island. But you know what? What else am I going to do with my time? And the Kraken has come back. Luckily, I have almost 200 spears to throw at it, so it only hit my little house once. And that's really not a concern anymore. I have so much of everything that I'm richer than anyone in the world. He's out here just living his best life on day 214. Jumping ahead to day 250, we're still just thriving, doing the same thing over and over again. But that kind of led me to a fun idea. Do we have enough resources now to sleep all the way to day 300? Can we sleep for 50 days in a survival island? I don't know, but I'm sure going to find out. The only thing I should have to do along the way is stoke the fire and maybe fight an octopus. But I do think it would be pretty funny if we could sleep for 50 days straight in a survival game. I'm also going to try not to do the mini games at night because those can give you resources. I want to use the 80 logs I have to try and do this. Day whatever this is, 290 about. First time we've actually had an octopus. It is now day 293. We need to repair our house. Survival is going pretty well. considering we just slept for 43 days and I still have way too many resources. Probably thanks to this overpowered house. Because just like in real life, you just sit there and wait for Amazon deliveries and you have everything you need in abundance. But we're not there yet. We have 6 days to go, but we have 75 liters of water, 80 kilos of fish, 63 logs, so I think we'll be alright. Alright, and with that, it's a rainy day 300. But I only like sunny days. It is day 305. We are absolutely thriving, all thanks to this overpowered house. But I just survived for 305 days on this stupid island and all I got was a top hat. I'm a deer with big dreams today. So I think it's mostly going to be about how many felonies we can commit without getting caught. The tutorial tells me left click to attack. So we're going to go ahead and attack this guy's butt. But we also found a handgun, so that's obviously going to come in handy. If I'd have known I could do this the entire time, I probably would have just shot that man instead. But I'm going to be honest with you, if I was ever to design my very own deer, it would look just like this. Well, let's go ahead and find our next victim. You're not a deer, you can't survive here. The horses are a little bit tougher than people. Although to be fair, I haven't shot a lot of people yet, so that's not a fair comparison. And it hasn't really told me what to do next since the tutorial was done, so I'm going to go ahead and try and ride this horse over the loop. I believe in you, mighty horse. We're going to get all the way around and it's going to be a seamless adventure. I think we could also level ourselves up. I didn't realize, and this horse maybe doesn't quite have enough power to get up and over. Luckily, this steer knows how to drive in an extremely fast van. So we're just going to go ahead and do the loop completely backwards. Never mind. Oh, it even has a deer on the front. Okay, we're going to turn around. We're going to try that again. Should really try and point myself straight before starting this. But I think we did the loop. So I'm assuming to level up, we need to kill things like these people. Got them. Oh, they get up again. I was going to say that's so much faster than shooting them. That's so nice. But then they get up anyway, so I might as well just shoot them then. But that also leaves me wondering what other guns we can find that may be going to do that a little bit quicker. We've gained the attention of the police. There are also sheep. Luckily, the deer is mightier than the sheep. I've played Super Auto Pets. Oh, apparently I'm bringing this guy with me now too. Maybe I'll drop him in the ocean. I doubt he knows how to swim, especially not in construction gear. Out you go. Oh, he floats. And elephants also fly. This is a fun world. There's a lot to unpack here. Oh, okay, I found the police. Hi guys, didn't see you here. Oh, we can ride the cows too. Okay, let's get in some of them. Are these helpful? I don't know what's happening. Okay. I think I've turned my deer into a wrecking ball, and I'm okay with that because we got to deal with all these cops anyway. Or we'll just run away. So let's fly over here, I guess. I also didn't notice that giant flying thing, so we'll see if we can hover over that way. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not entirely confident in controlling this, so we'll maybe just kind of try and land here on top of the building for a second, gather our senses. Wow, it's so much bigger once you're up here. Oh, I think we heard our cow. We can ride the zebra though. We're probably also safe from the police up here. Wow, this is so much bigger. Okay, great. Let's go destroy the city with this thing. How much damage does this do when I hit something? Only 10? Look how big it is though. Well, at least I can knock the cars around like that. That's kind of fun. Great. Yeah, I'm just going to do this for a while. That'll level me up again. I just realized the disaster level is probably like your star rating. The higher that goes, the more the police are going to come to get you. Nice little train you got there. It'd be a shame if someone knocked it into the ocean or into a giant elephant flying in the sky. I still haven't found any new guns yet. I know they've got to be out there somewhere. Maybe they're over there. Or there's something there. Play bread. Okay. We're literally turning ourselves into toast. And why wouldn't we? I'm now a piece of bread with 2 guns. Oh. As soon as I touch the zebra, though, I turn back into a... Well, that's okay. The bread was fun and all, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Big red button, don't let me down now. What is that, a dog? Do I need to get a dog to stand on this? This one's a deer. Yeah, I can stand on this one. Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do. You defeated the cops. Only took 10 minutes, apparently. Eventually, I'll figure out where to go next. There is a giant koala on the building I also haven't touched yet. I got the attention of the police again, probably because I'm riding a 400-pound zebra through the city. Did I just say 400 pounds? Does that look like a 400-pound zebra? That's like a 400-ton zebra. This thing is a little bit big. Oh, the cops are after me, are they? And their polar bear truck. Well, that's okay, because I have this thing. We're just going to go ahead and run them all over repeatedly. So I guess the only logical choice at this point is to see how high I can get my disaster level up to. We're currently getting a C. I want to see what happens at Z. Or beyond Z. I do think I spotted a new weapon though. And it's not you. You're a TV-headed person who's very tough apparently. What I want is a katana. Now we can take on those enemies. The cops are coming at me. The polar bears are much tougher, but they're no chance for my katana. Still only disaster level C, so we're gonna have to kill a lot more things to get that number up. But we do 4 times as... Oh, they drop stuff when they die. Oh, so I've got to destroy everything. It's a nice looking band you got here. It'd be a shame if someone destroyed it. Same with the doctor and the trucks. Even his building is destroyable. I had no idea. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's another sword. Okay, destroying the building. And the police are out to get me now. This time they're sending a rabbit with a gun. The disaster level's back to a B. But where's the rabbit with the gun? Oh, wait. The police are here. We'll just go ahead and take out the sheep first because they're quite weak compared... Uh-oh, that's not a good thing. Oh, of course, they're going to shoot me. That's what guns are for. Come here, rabbit. The katana is nice because it has a really big hits everything type attack. And they're not super strong once you actually hit them, or quick. So we're going to go ahead and finish you off. Wait. They're surprisingly agile. Oh, we get their guns though too. Okay, come here, I need to kill you. Oh, there's also an AK-47 on the ground. Well, now I don't know what to use. Are you a good gun? You're like a laser gun. You don't do a ton of damage, but you're fairly quick firing. I'm just not really sure if this gun is better than the AK-47, but we can find out pretty easily. To be honest, I think we've equipped both somehow. Yep, I've absolutely got them both equipped, so now we're firing two different things at once, so now we can really tear down the neighborhood. So this way we'll get the best of both worlds with both guns. The disaster level is going to go up and up and up, and we're going to find out what buildings are made out of. We also found some kind of submachine gun. I'm going to stick with what I got for now. Then we're going to deal with a dog coming in from space. Oh, and they even give him a parachute. I know where that is. So can the parachute dog come to me, or do I have to go all the way over to him? We also have grenades now too, so we can fire everything at once. Can we also use this guy too? Wow, we're just getting covered in guns at this point. This is going to be fun. Do the guns stack? Well, whatever the case, whatever's in front of us is going to be in a lot of trouble. Hi, sir. Are you excited for the homicide? Yeah, we're a little bit stronger than where we started. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the dog is over there. So we'll make our way over there very slowly. I just want to destroy a few more buildings to see if we have any more fun toys to play with. And I just got hit by a car because I'm not paying attention. Okay, I'm pretty sure the dog is... Wait, can we take down planes? Dog is in here. Look at him. He looks so mighty. And the sheep are coming in to give him some backup, along with a rabbit with large ears and a polar bear. It's also a police car. Oh, and then he might be leaving. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. They're going to morph into like a Power Ranger. This actually makes a lot of sense. I should have seen this coming. All right, doggo. I've got the answer for you. I'm covered in weapons that aren't really hitting you yet. I think this is going to be okay. We'll just sit here like this. And I'm not really sure how to deal with this yet. Do I attack the pieces? What about your feet? It's hard to operate without feet. Oh yeah, we did that. We took the feet off. What's next? These guys? We'll take out the police bears? Polar bears? I'm a little bit confused, but I've kind of been confused the whole time, so I'm just kind of going with this all. I'm just shooting things, and when it works, it works. The same way I play any game. Oh, when he falls down, you can hurt different things. So as long as you keep shooting the sheep, he keeps falling down, and we've got him, like, essentially stun-locked. If he would quit stepping away from me, though, that would be, oh, we're pushing him out into the sea. Great, yeah, you go that way. So, also, I think I shot at the big worm thing in the sky, and then it came and ate me, so that was no fault of mine. Now we have to start our rampage all over again. But they're not going to give you a cow this big and not let you do something with it. Well, maybe just go ahead and kill it then. Okay, well, that was fun as it slowly tips into the sea. Hopefully it's made of giant weapons, so when it dies, I get them all. On your own time, though. Well, while that thing is tipping over very, very slowly, I'm gonna search for different weapons. I accidentally got the attention of the cops, and I don't have a weapon yet. But I'm pretty sure at level D, they're not very strong anyway, so I'll be able to fight them pretty much like this. But when in doubt, I can also drive the truck. That probably does a lot of damage and breaks a lot of stuff. Till I get it stuck right away. Okay, fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Sheep, come here. Oh, I think they're already dead. Good job, police. Way to keep the city safe. Run straight at me so I can hoof you in the face and then you can get your guns. I've defeated the cops once again. Do you have a gun on you, sir? Can I have it? No? That's fine. I know somewhere right here is where I got a lot of my guns last time, so I'm just going to drive around until they make an appearance again and, you know, basically break stuff. Got my first guns back. That's what ate me last time, probably because I was shooting it like this. I'm sure we'll defeat it eventually, but we're going to need some better guns before that happens, and we need to know that it's attacking us. Okay, I've got the next level of sheep attacking me. They're pretty weak. The polar bear thing is going to be a little bit stronger, but I don't think it's going to be able to stand up to us, especially if we keep moving. Kind of forgot there was two of them, but it's the same difference. I shoot, they die, they'll hopefully give me weapons. If not, we'll kill other things until they give us weapons. You defeated the cops. Now where are all my good guns? Do you think if I time it well enough I could land on one of the planes and abduct it? Or better yet, a flying elephant? We seem to be on a pretty good trajectory. We're gonna jump off. Oh, I don't think we can ride it. I did, however, find a rhino. I would love to be able to ride it, but I think it's unavailable. Not to worry though, we did also find a fish that can go on land. Our land fish is going to help me take down some buildings, I think. Never mind, the land fish is too slow for this. I'm way too busy to deal with that. Okay, there's another regular pistol. I need my AK-47 and grenades back. Yeah, I did at least find whatever this gun is, so that's going to help me do some damage quicker. Now I've got 2 guns, so I'll continue to just blow up everything. The sword works, but you gotta hold down shift to use it, which is really annoying. And the guns are more DPS. Okay, now we're stacking up our guns again. We got the AK-47. Pretty soon we're gonna summon the boss. It's gonna give me their gun as well. And they're already here. This time I have the advantage because I understand how it works. Not that they're particularly hard to defeat, but I guess if you get swarmed, they probably could defeat you. Stop shooting me. I'm shooting you. That's the way this works. Thank you. Give me your gun. Now, where's all these polar bears and sheep? Now they're all going to get died, despite the fact that there are 100 of them. They're defeated once again, so time to destroy more things. Now I think I'm looking for grenades or some kind of explosives. Not sure what's happening right now. Apologies for the shaking. I did also get revenge on the train. I've moved it all the way over to here, where I can finish it off, and it's going to reward me with a grenade. Great. Now we're going to do some damage. Oh, right. Well, he's waiting there for me on Dog Island, but for now I'm going to destroy some buildings, hopefully finding more weapons. So far I'm not finding anything new, just a lot of explosions and a lot of guns that I already have. What does it mean if I deerify someone? Oh, are they on my team? Yeah, okay, we're gonna have helpers. You're mostly gonna be a meat shield, so have fun dying. But we're gonna go fight a dog. Now, with this woman following me, we're gonna be undefeatable. Okay, so here we go again. Lady, you still here? Nope, she's not coming in with me. That's fine. I'll do this myself. I take it I'm doing a lot of damage because I seem to be able to knock this thing down very quickly and very easily. So that's good. I'm just not really sure how to knock its actual health down. Oh, my helper did make it in. I saw her for just a second. I'm not sure where she is or what she's doing, but that's good. She's, yep, good moral support. I've knocked Idiot out of the arena again, but I'm also getting worried because this was about the time last time when I got swallowed by the giant worm thing. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen again. And I just realized when this guy falls down, there's like something up there, a button that I might have to jump on. I'm just not really sure how to get up that high because oh wait, maybe I can jump that high. I don't know how I just did that. Okay, I think if I sprint jump, I can maybe make it that high. Does that count? Yeah, we blew up something. Okay, so now the dog is less. So we just got to do it again. We're going to knock him down. We got to get that other side of him though, because it's very awkward to try and jump up to that. Did I get it? Got it. Now we're dealing with this spinning that thing, which is fine by me because I'm just going to go ahead and do this and you're dead. Great. Do I get something for that? Can I, what am I doing right now? I think I'm taking the dog with me. Let me zoom out and see if I can make some sense. Yeah, we're taking the dog for a walk. Come on. Our disaster level is A, so I'm not really sure. Oh, what is that? Was there always a jet here? Oh, that's where I started. I just remembered though, over on that island, there was a spot that looked like maybe I needed a dog to push the button. This is a dog. So we're going to go ahead and take it for a walk. And as soon as we figure out how to get it over here, we will. I think it pretty much follows me as long as I'm holding shift. So does this count if I lay it down here? Oh, it does. Wait, okay, so there's power through the dog button. So now we touch the deer button and what do we get? Something's happening. I don't know if it's a problem or not that I kind of removed the button, but we found some squares. Are you still here? Yeah, you're coming with me anyway. So travel through time, yes. Which, you know, brings me here. Okay. Oh, I lost all my weapons. Do you guys have weapons for me? It actually did. I don't know what... oh, it's a grenade launcher. I like this game. They're a little slow to detonate, but when they do, it's pretty good damage. And what are you? Okay, we got laser guns and a grenade launcher. So I think we're going to raise our disaster level pretty quick. And I don't know what kind of gun we just got, but we got more guns. Okay, we got a laser gun, a machine gun, and also a grenade launcher. There's a katana, but we don't like those. Buildings like this are a little bit slow to destroy, but I've got time. Because when you look like this, anything is possible. I got a little sidetracked, and now we found yet another gun that's even more powerful, which is all well and good. So let's see if we can summon the police to have a little fight. Out comes the sheep. Oh, it's a sheep man. Never mind, it's just called an electric sheep. To be fair, I'm not even responsible for most of what's going on, because I don't know what's going on. I'm just attacking things, things blow up randomly. Where's sheep man? I want to meet Sheep Man. We're pretty much just a weapon now. Like, we're a weapon. Oh, we found Sheep Man. Or Electric Sheep. I forget what you're called already, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to kill you anyway. If we focus all of our attacks straight on, and you're dead. Now we just got to finish off the little sheeps. We defeated the cops again. Thanks. Wow, look at the size of that thing. Can I have you? I don't know what that is, but I kind of want to see if I can ride it. Hello? Can I have you? There's so many things to touch and explore. I don't know where to start. Like, look at this zebra. It's so much fun. And then there's also, you know, that thing. That's not as fun, maybe. So I don't know what to make of you. So we're going to go ahead and ignore you. We're going to blow up some other stuff and see what kind of things we can fight. I think I also just added miniguns to my collection. It's getting hard to tell because I can't keep track of all the guns. And like, is this a new one? Is this not a new one? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to keep picking up whatever I find and destroying. Oh, I have an auto targeter. That's what that is. Next on our list of things to fight is a police car, but this time the polar bear is driving the car instead of being the car. Oh, never mind. It's a transformer. My only request is that they get here in a prompt manner. Oh, we got booties now. Because I don't have time to wait for them to find me. They can just head towards the sound of... There he is. The sound of gunfire. And then we can have a good fight. Oh, I never even saw that giant fish thing. Oh, and there's one of you also. Things are getting... Oh, wait. What's that on the ground? Give me that. Is that new? I don't know if it's new. Keep shooting things. Okay, this one's almost dead, I'm pretty sure. Something's almost dead. The sheep are dead. The electric man thing, sheep is dying. I have no idea what's happening, but I'm very entertained by all of this. Just keep running in circles. Oh, they're summoning sheep. I see what's happening. So we'll have them dead just in a moment, especially you. Yeah, look at all that damage going toward them. And I defeated the cops again. Do they have any new weapons for me? No, just more boots. I already have enough boots. Surprised they didn't destroy more buildings in that fight. I fired a lot of... This might be new. What are you? Yeah, you're definitely new. Now I'm like... The entire length of my deer is a gun. I don't know what that one does, but I assume it's like a cannon because something is doing big explosions. Which brings us to idiot number 3. A rabbit with large ears and a hippo that ate the rabbit. And I can't wait to see what's next because it's probably not a hippo at all. It's a hippo on wheels. It's a wheelie hippo. Okay, now the rabbit is in its mouth with laser guns. It's a mouth walker. Distant cousin of the mouth breather. So now that that is summoned, do I get new guns yet or do I have to earn those? Oh, you coming from the other side? Is that you? No. I probably should kill these though, because these are going to annoy me, but I need to watch out for Mouth Breather. I don't know where he's going to appear. But luckily I cleared a bunch of room here, making myself a little arena to fight in. Oh, I found Mouth Breather. Mouth Breather might be a bit of a problem. Those lasers seem pretty dangerous. Oh, it doesn't turn very well though. Shocking. So I'm going to sit here and shoot it in the rear. Not to brag or anything, but I don't think I've taken any damage yet in this fight. Oh, there's just a little bit. Okay, I killed Mouth Breather. That wasn't too hard. This auto-targeting thing is great too because there's so many things to shoot. I just really couldn't be bothered to do it manually. I like to just spray and pray. Okay, last few sheeps are dead. You've defeated the cops. With my very curious looking deer. But the big question, did we find any new guns and all of that? I don't think so. This all looks like stuff I've already attached to my creature. Except for maybe this one. Are you new? It's hard to tell. Hold space for boost. Oh, we're a rocket deer now. I bet you there's something fun up top somewhere. Okay, there's lots of weapons up top that I didn't know about before. Maybe that's why we get them. You collapse the buildings and you get the weapons because they hit the ground. That's kind of irrelevant. Our disaster level is almost A anyway, so let's go ahead and bring it. Yeah, here we go. What do we get next? The dog returns. And what do we got? It didn't even show me. I don't get a surprise. Well, I guess I do get a surprise. I just wanted a cool cinematic for it. Do I have to go to it? I don't know where they are. Something attacking me? I'm confused. You're going to be my helper. You're now deerified. So, okay, here's where they came from. Oh, do I go in that? Entering the portal. Maybe not, because that's going to reset all my stuff. Shouldn't the boss be here trying to fight me somewhere? Okay, I can't find the boss. We're going to go for it. What's in here? Looks like a deer temple. Please level 4 is my future self. Well, current self is going to defeat it. Okay, he's got some cool moves. That's okay. Oh, guns aren't fun. Can I have your guns? It took mine away. I want your... Oh, equip. Oh, I can get your gun. Great. Oh, now he has a lightsaber. As we do damage, though, I think he's going to drop his weapons so we get to use them. Oh, lightsaber do lots of damage. Yeah, there we go. We're just going to make a big mess of this. I don't care who wins as long as someone gets lightsabered. I think we got him on the ropes. Okay, he also has a Shadow Police level 5. Okay, hope you guys both like lightsabers. Come here. Come on. I don't care who wins. Okay, that's a little bit strange. He's got the guns out. Okay, that one kind of hurt. We're losing a lot of health. That's okay. I feel like we're gonna... Okay, let's get rid of the one with the gun first. Because they don't seem to want to attack me if they're super close range. They want to avoid me. So we're going to chase him around. We're losing health really quick. Okay, I didn't expect this to be this hard. Can I have both of those? Okay, we got one dead. Okay, now that he's got a lightsaber, I'm going to pull out my AK-47 and probably shoot him from over here where I'm, you know, safe. Or he's going to dodge everything. Can you stop? I want to hit you with stuff. Is there any other weapons in here? Okay, looks like we're going back to doing it with the lightsaber. Is there some kind of puzzle I'm not understanding? How did I hit him the first time? Oh, it is a lightsaber. Okay, that's fine. We're like very much like if he breathes on me, we're going to die. Luckily for me, I'm a master of lightsaber. Never mind. Okay, this next fight, it gave me a katana instead. And I think the katana is going to work great because I can hit them both and do a ton of damage with it. No guns, no wasting time, no lightsabers. They also dropped me a lightsaber now. I'm just going to go with a katana because look how much better this is. It's already dead. Great. Can I have you guys weapons now? Oh, okay, never mind. I can't wait to see where this is going to take us. Okay, I think they've combined themselves into like this, but don't worry, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my antlers somewhere to yeah, that place. And in comes the corgi. Okay, reinforcements are, oh, I see what's gonna happen. We're gonna combine into a super thing, aren't we? It's happening. This is what I wanted to happen from the beginning, and now I've got also this is gonna be great. Strong attack D. Okay, we're gonna strong attack. He put up his shield, but we broke his shield. Let's do a weak attack. Oh, I see, it's like a timed battle. We gotta wait for our thing to come up, and then we strong attack. Ow. Okay, I'm just going to strong attack until they die. Okay, weak attacks are quicker though. Let's put up a barrier. Okay, we both barriered. Weak attack? Against a barrier, probably not good. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Okay, weak attack. Weak attack. Got him. Got him again because he barriered on my strong attack. Then we're going to barrier. Perfect. Nope, not good. Okay, the first battle didn't go our way, so we're going to see what he starts to do and maybe react to him. Okay, yeah, I was a little slow on that, but I'm getting the right idea. So he's going to go for... So I should strong attack. Okay, it actually becomes very easy once you learn what it is he's doing. So he's going to do a shield. So if I strong attack, I hurt him. One more hit and he's dead. So if I put my barrier up, he weak attacks, he dies. I hit him with my, you know, dog. And I think that might have been a knockout blow for them. Oh, we're going to go ahead and finish the job manually. We already shot him a lot and stabbed him with the lightsaber and stuff. It gives me the option. Yeah, of course you're gonna... Well, actually, that was my future self, so I think we might have just killed ourselves by doing that, now that I think about it. Nope, guess not. We got ourselves a trophy. We then took the black bar from the enemy's eyes and put it on our own. I think we have become future deer. Despite its very happy appearance, this is a world of pure suffering. It's ironic that they're all going to die amongst the pretty pink trees, but we should probably give them a little bit of resources to work with. What do eyebrows look like? Is that an eyebrow? I mean, it obviously is an eyebrow. I just don't know if it's a good eyebrow. That's perfect. So if they want resources, they're going to have to travel to the jungle biome to mine them. And to be honest, these eyebrows really put this over the top. So basically what we're going to do is spawn one race on this island, one race on this island, and let them fight for the rest. So in saying that, we'll give them some berry bushes for food. And then we'll put berry bushes down here. That should entice them to get down there and fight over it. Now we just need to find a way to give them all the ore they could ever need. So I'm just going to do a few strips of everything. And this is how rare ores and stuff happens in real life. They just kind of fall from the sky like jello. But just one strip of everything for now should get them going. I need them to kind of thrive a little bit so they can fight each other adequately before really making it too miserable for them. I just realized I'm basically bedazzling this guy's eyebrows. Now he's getting pretty. So while we're at it, we're going to add some trees to the eyebrows and then some plants and then also some berry bushes. That way, I don't know why, just so they can have lots of stuff for now. So what I'm going to do is in the center of either island, drop either 5 humans, or on the other side in the center, 5 orcs, because they don't get along very well. And that should be good enough to get us started, because those 5 will turn into a bustling civilization before we know it. They'll probably even start fighting amongst themselves because they're usually pretty stupid, but that's their problem. They're already taking out their problems on the crab population, but that's okay because crab is delicious. So for now, you can't even see any signs of life down there, except for maybe a fire now, but before you know it, this will be a huge metropolis. Both civilizations have already made a fire. Hopefully they don't burn their respective islands down, but then again, if they do, that would be pretty hilarious. So far, they're mostly just cutting down some trees and building their first houses. They will expand eventually. 5 idiots will turn into 1,000,000. So far, they have about equal territory on either eye. The humans are starting to expand just a little bit. The world population has jumped up by 20%. We've got 12 idiots out there thriving away so far. So while they're getting themselves set up, let's fix this lower island just a little bit. Basically, I'm going to fill this with dangerous things. We're going to start with a few bears because bears are pretty intimidating to deal with. Then we're going to go with crocodiles, which are called the boring dinosaur, and I couldn't agree more. Not sure if those are going to get along with the bears. Then maybe also venomous snakes. Then maybe some wolves. They're really going to have to fight for this real estate if they're going down here. And finally, some chickens just so everything has something to eat for a little while. Speaking of which, we're going to throw some on on the islands here so these guys have something to eat. I'm just going to auto click that for a couple seconds. Okay, that's probably more than enough. And we're going to do the same for these guys to be fair. Not sure what that was. We're also going to give them just a few cows. Do you guys like cows too? They seem to like the cows. They're killing them either for fun, for protection, or probably to eat. No one's made it up into the islands full of ore yet except for the monkeys. But the population's already jumped up to 26. There's also 582 very dangerous beasts out there. They haven't even taken over their own islands yet. They're not going very quickly, but I guess they're surviving so far, so I can't judge them too harshly yet. Pretty sure the cows outnumber humans by like 100 to 1 at this point, so they better not starve. Is that a person or a crab? Are you just sitting there drowning? Nope, it's a crab. And down here on Predator Island, things are looking pretty good. Surprisingly, I'm not seeing a lot of the chickens yet. I think they probably all got eaten, but that's okay because the predators will sort themselves out from here. The strongest will be what's left, and then my people have to deal with the strongest predators. So I've gone ahead and turned the speed up to 5 just to get them moving along. The population is up to 35 now, 38, so it's going to grow quick. And so far the humans are outnumbering the orcs 30 to 19. And just so they don't get too complacent and comfortable, I'm going to put a volcano right here that's going to spew lava for the next million years. And it also kind of looks like our nose. So that'll keep them honest, hopefully. It'll also stop them from building too close to that. But you know what? If anyone is feeling particularly brave and need a little bit of land expansion, we'll give them a little bit of land they can use if they want it. And we'll even make it a nice peaceful grass biome that lights on fire very quickly. The grass and the fire can fight it out for a while. So we're gonna add some berry bushes down here just to make it nice and quaint. Then even some gold, because I don't think gold's gonna burn. And that's gonna hopefully entice them to get down there and try and get to this stuff. Okay, well the grass surprisingly is burning in lava. So we're just going to add a bunch of gold for now, and we'll hopefully they'll go for that eventually. They've taken over their islands at least. And this is why I can't have nice things. The population has jumped up to 170 though, like they've thrived all over those islands now. It's just a matter of who's going to be the first to expand to get all the metals they need to advance through the ages. Are those monkeys throwing stuff at the orcs? I didn't realize the monkeys could fight back, so the orcs might be in trouble. And the grass is actually locked in a perpetual battle with the lava so far. So if someone wants to come here, they could potentially settle it a little bit, but they're going to have to deal with a lot of fires. The numbers are pretty close too. It's about 100 to 120, level 7 versus level 6. And we can actually see where the leaders are. So the leader lives apparently in this house, and it's a chicken. They just put together a huge army to wage war on the monkeys, and the monkeys are coming to get them. These idiots have no idea what they started. Those monkeys are probably going to outdo them. But that's kind of funny how they're fighting with the wildlife so violently. Hopefully that means they're going to go take over that island then, because they could really use those resources for themselves. Well, the monkeys, if anything, are persistent, but they're probably going to end up killing a lot of the orcs, who continually have a large party ready to go to fight with the monkeys. So at least they're managing to keep themselves entertained. And there's far less monkeys on the human side. I don't know if they killed them or they just left them alone. Okay, that was not me, but that village just got struck by lightning out of nowhere, so the orcs are you're gonna have a bit of an uphill battle. You know what? That might have been me a little bit, because the game's a little bit buggy right now, so when I try and click on something, it seems to spawn lightning for some reason. So that's not great, but we'll make this work. Because what I was going to do for the poor orcs, why is it still spawning lightning? I was just connecting the land across so the orcs could go get the monkeys, or the monkeys could go get the orcs. Alright, I think I for now have solved my lightning issue. Sorry for the orcs, but looks like they've recovered nicely. And they have a land bridge up to defeat the arch enemy monkeys, but they also have access to all those metals now because they couldn't seem to get there before. And the humans have it figured out. They're even building their way up there to get close to all the good stuff. So can they not swim? The human can swim. The orc can swim. They just wouldn't swim because they're lazy. And because they're being lazy and I don't want to make this too easy for them, I'm going to put an acid geyser maybe right there. And I'm going to do the same for the humans on the other side. That way they can't get too complacent when working around these valuable metals and stuff. They're going to have to tread a little bit carefully. Oh, now they build boats, those idiots. Don't know where they think they're going to go, but we'll allow it. The acid has very quickly wiped out everything nearby, but it's going to occasionally take out an orc, and they're just going to have to live with that. But they've definitely expanded their kingdoms onto the eyebrows now. They want all those precious resources, they're just going to have to go around the acid geyser to get them, and that thing really throws acid a long ways. World population is 379. Oh, there we go. We have a city with 200 humans. That number is probably going to fluctuate pretty wildly as long as it's raining acid on them. But that goes to show I can in fact build a civilization. I don't know why they're building right here, literally under falling acid, or why they have an army mobilized. But since I can't help but instigate stuff, I'm going to make a strip of land just a little ways across. Not quite touching, but you know, if they feel the urge to want to go visit each other, they can. And they can do it over a geyser that will boil them alive if they get too close. So again, if they want to fight each other, they're welcome to. We'll even give them a mushroom biome just for something a little bit different. Well, it's a boiling water mushroom biome. We're also about to break 400 people. And it's still pretty even. The humans 208, the orcs 193, level 10 to level 8. And I mean, the population is 400. We've had almost 900 deaths already. So we're doing something right. But it looks like everyone's enjoying the new ores and stuff. They're definitely taking advantage of those while getting melted by acid. But like I said, it's not going to be easy to do any of this. They've got to earn it. So in order to incentivize them onto this island in the middle, I'm going to spawn a whole bunch of sheep. They're going to want to get over there and get some of those sheep eventually, and they're very colorful. Now we'll connect them with just a little bit of land. Now they can actually run out to touch each other if they want. And I don't know if they're going to yet, but the humans are expanding out. They've even sent their ship to sail around and look at this apparently. The orcs are already getting in there to the sheep, and the ship is flying into the ground for some reason, but that's their problem. They're out here fishing and everything. The humans are doing so much better. The orcs are mostly just running into the acid again and again. Okay, that was a natural lightning strike. I did not touch a single thing, so lightning just really hates the orcs today. Oh, the ship finally realized it can't sail through land, so it moved over to the acid geyser. But it's also kind of starting to look like they're going to need more trees to properly thrive. So I'm going to go ahead and put some trees right down here for them. And that's going to be in a savanna biome. I'm not really sure what that means, but I think the orcs actually like that one. And fruit bushes and everything else. It's not the prettiest world, but it is my world. And they still have to watch out if they go into this biome because it comes with a lot of lava. But the boundaries of their empires are about to touch. The humans made it as far as the boiling geyser. They're once again intelligently building underneath it. But given the fact that they're already making advanced shipyards, I think they're probably in the lead. They've just accepted it. They have to live around an acid mountain. Every 5 seconds, one of them dies. Their houses are perpetually getting pelted with acid. That's just life in this world. It's not a good life, but it's the one they've got. I'm not sure what this guy is, but he looks kind of important. I think he's the one like the army follows around, but he's also getting pelted with a lot of acid, so I'm not really sure what his strategy is here. The numbers are still looking pretty even, 235 to 203. If it wasn't for all the dangerous stuff flying around, they'd probably be a lot higher in numbers. Alright, well let's give them a little bit more land to work on again because they've quickly used up everything they have so far. So we're just going to give kind of a that shape. It doesn't really look like a face anymore, but that's okay. The humans love it. It's a big patch of dirt, but they're all about it. They probably realize they can go around the acid geyser now. But they might also just be really desperate for more food. So we're going to go ahead and give them food wherever we can for a minute because I just realized they probably ran out a while ago. Maybe we should probably also restock their trees because I really think they need trees to continue to thrive. Maybe just some more good old grass. It's a pretty mild biome, so there shouldn't be anything too extreme or weird in there, but this is going to help them survive just a little bit. And there we go, my masterpiece. The humans have actually come over to here and built a new building in this savanna biome, so they're obviously looking to expand, while the orcs are mostly just going around hitting things with their clubs. So I kind of have a fun idea. The leader of the humans, I think, is this guy. So if we go ahead and hit him with lightning, that seems to have landed him in the water. So we'll make sure he's good and toasted. And then we're going to do the same for the orc leader, who seems to be here, who is now here. And then there. Wow, he's pretty tough. Luckily for me, I think I can probably magnet him if the game is playing and put him in the lava. That took care of him. So now both civilizations are without their leaders, though it looks like they just made new ones right away. So for a minute, I'm just going to put it on speed 5 and let them thrive and see what they can do. Because the humans so far are outpacing the orcs. They're taking all the available land they can, but the orcs have had a little satellite colony appear as well. I've also determined that we need bigger numbers, so I'm going to give them a little more real estate to be able to move into, because we want a battle of epic proportions. But of course, this new real estate doesn't come for free. They're going to have to fight a super pumpkin in either corner. I don't really know what that is, but they're going to have to deal with it. And it just looks so unassuming. By the time they find their way up there, they're going to be in trouble. And for good measure, I'm going to put one over here that's a little bit closer to them. Just, you know, in case. And as we press play again on 5 times speed, it seems to send its tentacles out doing something. The orcs are probably not going to love that, and neither the humans, but I think as long as they give it some space, they're not going to mind. It even spawns little pumpkins. The humans were the first to encounter one of the little pumpkins. They killed it fairly quickly, but I think the orcs had enough of this already. I think there's also some humans in there. They might actually be joining forces to defeat the pumpkin, but they shouldn't be fighting too much yet because their boundaries aren't touching and there's still lots of real estate for them. Okay, they killed the pumpkin. So they could have a biomass next. They could deal with that for a while. These things don't seem to be too bad for them. They seem to be able to kill it with taking minimal losses, but they've got room to grow now. Those pumpkins really do bad things to the biomes though. They took out a lot of trees and stuff. Oh, so I think I might have made their boats a little redundant at this point, considering they can basically swim around the eye now. Okay, it looks like the humans have finally had enough of the orcs. They're assembling a large army right on the border. And the orcs appear to just not be responding because they just can't be bothered. Looks like some of the humans did wander out to start their own little settlement down here. So there's now 2 settlements of both the orcs and the humans. We have the armies of both idiots getting closer to each other. The orc army is here, the human army is here, so they might be ready to fight. But they do this once in a while where they get kind of close to each other and then nothing happens. They looked like they were going to fight. They got like 10 feet away from each other and then retreated over here. So for their lack of commitment to wage war on each other, they're going to get not 1, but 2 tornadoes. Just to be fair, they might go in other directions. I don't know where they're going to go. That's up to the tornadoes themselves. The good people are going to struggle a little bit to deal with those, but as long as they stay away from the center, they might actually be okay. Oh, the orcs have moved in to fight the humans. They've thrown the gauntlet down. They've come in to fight everyone. We're going to slow it down just a little bit so we can actually watch. They seem to have used the tornadoes as cover. Then they charged in on the humans, and they're actually taking a pretty big dent out of their empire. Looks like the humans repelled them for the most part. The orcs didn't get very far in there, but it looks like there might have been a lightning strike also because everything's on fire. Oh, the orcs have regrouped. They're coming back in. They do not like the humans one little bit. Oh, okay, and they got lightning striked, so... interesting. Of all the places for the tornadoes to go, this is the least exciting. It wandered down. Hey, that looks like a heart. The other tornado decided to punish the orcs and their boat for attacking, so it's kind of making its way into them. I didn't realize that was going to last so long. That's really going to do some damage to the orcs. We've had 2,500 deaths so far, and the world population is about 800. And that's going to dwindle quickly because there's a lot of orcs being tossed around by a tornado currently. I didn't realize it actually carried them around like that. Someone just launched fireworks, so I guess their civilizations are finally getting somewhere. And the humans actually defeated the giant pumpkin and then colonized its land. But that might not have been a smart move on their part because they seem to be taking ticks of damage. I think the ground underneath the pumpkin has been corrupted, so they can't stay there. We actually have a third kingdom developing. The humans were stupid, so they decided to split off, which actually divided them. They'd be about even population with the orcs, but they decided to make a new kingdom, so good luck with that. And it's been a while since we looked at Predator Island. It looks like the alligators are kind of showing up as a dominant force, along with some of the bears. In fact, the alligators just destroyed a boat that got close, so it's going to be very hard to get to this island. But the idiots are using their land effectively. Population is up to 1,100 now. They're blowing up quickly because they're actually utilizing the new space. It looks like they really do want to get down here to either fish or do something, but the alligators are probably going to stop them from getting there. Like, that boat's just sitting there taking damage, and that looks pretty expensive. I don't know if they're set up to deal with naval warfare, so I might have to make them like a little bit of a land bridge so that they can get down to Predator Island. Oh, the orcs made it. Never mind, the orcs have got it figured out. Oh, they just walked, that's why. I didn't really realize before that I connected the orcs, and that's just not fair. So let's give the humans a bit of a path too. I don't know if they're going to use this ground right now anyway. They seem actually pretty quick to get down there and get eaten by crocodiles. And there's a lot of lightning here on this map. That's no fault of mine, I'm pretty sure. But the humans are going to be kind of behind to get here, but they're all going to want to get here because there's so many resources. Oh, big fire seems to have destroyed pretty much all of the blue humans.
That was no fault of mine. I did not do any lightning at all. That was purely natural disaster.
So those humans are in for a bad time. The entire eye got burned out. So the humans basically got decimated while the orcs just kept expanding. Now they have a monster empire of 720. Oh, and Holy Kekip here just took over the rest of the blue humans area, so they're now the dominant humans, and they're still paling in comparison to the orcs, so they better get expanding. You know, for how slowly the orcs started, they really took over. They've got basically the entire one half of the map, and they're about 4 times the population of the idiot humans. And the civilizations are still thriving. They even have multiple armies everywhere. As long as they still have resources, they should still grow and thrive. And these poor idiots did even expand their empire up to the edge of the volcano, so when they want to come get some gold, they've just gotta risk being burned alive. Oh, but wait, here we go. The orcs are already splitting up into 2 separate entities that probably aren't going to get along very well. But to celebrate them hitting 1,000 population, and since it's that time of the year, let's throw a robot Santa into the world to see how they want to deal with that. He drops a lot of large bombs everywhere. Gifts for all the children of the world. He's already made his way off the map though. Even he doesn't want any part of his world. So let's just throw a few more of those in to see what kind of mess they're gonna leave on the world. So let's spawn a few of those and see what kind of mess. They all go to the right. Yeah, sorry orcs, I didn't realize they all go one direction. I thought they might trade with the humans, but I don't regret my decision, but we're just teaching them to deal with some adversity. They'll fill those holes in pretty quickly. A bowling ball. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. You drop them and they kind of bounce around all over the place and destroy a lot of stuff. They even can make holes in the ground, but again, the orcs will just fill that in right away. Their empires are pretty sturdy. Okay, next let's give them some rain clouds. I know that's not really that bad, but these clouds are going to escalate. They're going to get considerably worse than just rain clouds. Only a matter of time. We've already lost 50% of this population to lightning a few times, so they're going to be pretty mad about this one. And it's only going to get worse from here. Starting to see a lot of holes in those empires, guys. What's that about? It rained so hard in a volcano, it actually turned it back into rock. All I can hear is the sound of thunder right now. These guys are all fighting over something. I don't know if those are two different empires or what, but they can just, if they want to spend their time fighting right now, that's fine. I feel like they have bigger things to worry about. I didn't even realize we had snow clouds. Let's put some snow clouds down. It's that time of the year anyway, so let's see if we can make it a little Christmassy. I feel like this is actually a good one. They're going to enjoy the snow falling. It's not really going to make a difference. They're fighting the orcs, so it's kind of a scenic winter battle. So after a few little natural disasters, they're still doing pretty well. They've got 870. The humans have 340. I think they're probably having some skirmishes here and there, like that's an orc army on the way to the humans. But that's to be expected. When they take up roughly half the map each, they're constantly going to be fighting about stuff. Mostly land, and there's no more of that. Or they just came over to hang out for a minute and now they're retreating. The humans didn't really seem to care that much. They probably retreated because their empire just got cut in half for some reason. They probably had to retreat because they're suddenly beyond enemy territory. Now it's 300, 500, 300. But now it's doom time. We're going to get some clouds that rain doom. And I don't know, we're just going to put 6, maybe 9 of those across the world. They're going to have trouble recovering from this one. So any of the red clouds you see are raining lava across the world. The snow is doing very little to counter that. There is snow on the ground, but that mostly just looks pretty. The lava is burning a lot of creatures alive. But if they didn't want to get burned alive, they should have brought their umbrellas. But we're also creating new land, so they should actually see this as an opportunity. This empire is not doing so hot anymore. It's only got 62 people left. But then again, actually dropping disasters all over the world kind of divided into like 100 different empires. Maybe because they can't really cross this stuff very well. I like how this is what the world has turned into already. When you don't see the empires, it's mostly just a bunch of scarring. Right, well, they're trying to figure out why all this is happening. We're going to give them some UFOs to deal with. I'm pretty sure these do fly around pretty randomly, and, well, I'm not entirely sure what they do, to be honest. Probably mostly confuse the people that live in mud huts. They will fight back, they will try and shoot them down, but I think that might be an uphill battle, considering it's a flying saucer. Nope. They killed one, but it dropped out of the sky and made a big explosion while it was at it. Let's throw a few sand spiders down while we're at it. They create some sand and then they die. So I'm not really sure what that's going to do also, but I'm sure it's going to be funny. We'll continue to make a disaster of this world. That must have been an alien dying. Well, something made an explosion. I haven't checked our population in a while. How do you think the world is doing? World population 885. There's still quite a few there. 5,600 dead, which I feel like we could do better, but that's not bad so far. The alien's still going down at the bottom. So that alien really hits a lot of people all at the same time. He just lights them all on fire. He doesn't care. Oh, there's 2 aliens now too. They're not going to survive this. Especially if they shoot the alien down on top of their heads. I think the Plague Doctor is new. What does the Plague Doctor do? He doesn't get along with orcs. Not one bit. Do we need more of you? What do you do? They either cause the plague or they cure the plague. Alright, well, the Plague Doctors probably work well with tumors. Or maybe not. Well, we're going to add some tumors to the world. It's too pretty at this point. They spread very quickly, but they're very flammable at the same time. So, you know, however you want to deal with those, you guys see fit. I think it's mostly just going to cause lots of problems in the world. But at least they're keeping themselves busy now. There's no time to worry about, you know, surviving when you're literally fighting everything. We also have all sorts of different ants that create all sorts of different things and worms that mess up the landscape. So let's add a little bit of everything to the world to see what happens. So they'll be surviving just fine. Okay, those are those ones. These ones are going to create some sand. I'm not really sure what these ones do. The same can be said about these ones. Create square-like patterns. These ones convert matter into sand and ocean pixels. That sounds kind of nice. And this creates soil from everything. So we'll throw a few of those around. And then we're going to watch the game and the people suffer. The world is just full of scars. There's still aliens flying around lighting people on fire. There's all sorts of materials where there shouldn't be. That ship actually got stranded because they built soil underneath of it. There's red tumors coming out of the ground that's very flammable, so people aren't really sure how to deal with it. There's still aliens. And it used to be such a pretty base. So we're actually going to be mean now and add a bunch of fairies that are going to help keep people alive, because they heal people's injuries. I want them to die, I just don't want them to die too quickly, because it's such a peaceful little world for them to live in. Then again, I'm not actually seeing a ton of living creatures left anyway. There's a few orcs down here. The world population is still 630, so they're not entirely dead. There's just less of them than there used to be. And the game isn't responding super well suddenly for some reason. Couldn't imagine why. It's not like there's a lot going on down there. I actually can't pause it or control anything now. I think the game kind of needs to catch up with itself a little bit, because there's just a lot of little things going on everywhere. I think the humans right here are still faring the best, which is strange because there's a lot of UFOs flying over them, but maybe they're threats. I managed to pause it finally, and I just wanted to see what empires are left. Okay, so they reformed back into basically the green does as the red and the holy Kekup still, but they need more dragons. We're gonna put a lot of dragons in because I know the tumors burn very well, and I don't know if the people are gonna be able to deal with this many dragons. But with the healing fairies, you never know. To be honest, I kind of do know. The dragons do a lot of fire damage, like this one, firing happily over the village after he lit it on fire. I don't think they really target anything in particular. They just light everything on fire, which is still pretty damaging. They can be killed by people, but they're going to take a lot of arrows before they go down. I want something to light the tumor on fire. Well, you can see all the dragons everywhere doing a lot of damage to a lot of different things. Oh, that was a good one. That's going to light the humans on fire in a big way. Someone light this on fire. It's like a bomb waiting to happen. Oh, there we go. See, I solved their tumor problem for them. We just needed a whole bunch of dragons to get the job done. Probably watch the population drop in real time now, basically. Yeah, it's ticking way downwards because a lot of it is on fire. They seem to be doing not bad to compete, and this empire rebranded itself. Oh, I think a dragon actually died there. They finally took it down. Maybe they just get tired. Yeah, it seems they just kind of get tired and die. Relatable. I just heard fireworks somewhere too. Someone's actually celebrating amongst all this. Well, they've broken up into different empires again, probably because I broke them in half. Now we're gonna get in there and do some work manually as a giant crab. I don't think I can fight the dragons, but I'm pretty sure I can hurt the creatures I created. There's no stopping me now. I'm gonna wipe out the rest of life as a giant crab with lasers. This civilization is mostly already destroyed, but I think we can give it the finishing touches it needs. There we go. No more purple empire. I can just walk around going like this and nothing is going to survive. We just defeated the Awe empire. Not sure where the rest of the people are. Probably somewhere in this radius though. As for the Ikas, I could probably just walk over them. Yep, they're done. Oh, the Awe civilization survived. Is that you? This little guy? Not anymore, it's not. I should have just done this in the beginning. It's much faster and easier to do it myself. And the crab explodes with a giant bang. But we still have kind of the original two empires. They're just not quite what they were originally. Neither is the world for that matter. The island that used to be an island here. Now it's the reverse. It's an ocean. Alright, well, I think these people have lived long enough. Let's drop a few SAR bombers everywhere, and that's probably about going to finish off the rest of life. I'd be very surprised if anything survived this, including the dragons. Nuclear bombs are kind of everything's kryptonite. What was once a happy, peaceful world is now basically dust. Today we're going to get to the island that's made of oil. Before we get there, we need this piece of ground. This might actually be the single most valuable piece of ground there's ever been. I don't know how much I just had to pay for that, but it was a lot. Now to find out if that was actually worth it. 2 dowsers, 1 mole, and a dream. Well, so far they both found oil on either side. The mole not so much in the center, so let's do a little scan, then get ourselves started. That's probably good enough. That's a big pocket of oil. I'm happy. So we'll drill into that straight away. Put a silo in, get some horses ready. And prices on the right side are $1.20. We already found one of the dinosaur bones as well. So we're definitely going to start unloading some oil for those kind of prices. And also buy more horses. Prices are coming back down to $1. So what we'll do there is buy 1 more horse and then start stockpiling oil. But that was an easy few $100s to start, and that's going to allow us to do a little more exploration. We'll put a mole down below this guy to see exactly what kind of oil there is down there. Okay, I think the mole actually found the pocket that he was all excited about, so that works out. Price on the left side jumped up in a big way, so we're going to do a few things here to take advantage of $1.34, including upgrading this twice. I'm also going to upgrade the horses at this point, $750 easy spend. Then we're going to make sure all the horses are going over there and even add another one. Then I'm just going to measure out what it's going to take to put another silo in, because I want another oil rig right here, because I'm out of oil in the first one just as this one gets done drilling. So we're going to upgrade these silos and link them together for a super silo. Then while we're at it, we're going to drill over here and down to here just because I have the money to do so. And then we're going to upgrade this. Then I'm going to do a $100 mold there, there, and maybe here, and one more here. That's going to help us find other pockets of oil like this one, which seems really, really big. So I'm also going to buy a few more horses in preparation for that. And there's still more oil over here. There's a lot of oil here. I've got to get this all to the surface like right now if I'm going to get this. Like, this is actually a little intimidating with how much is down here. I want to see how big this one is in particular. That is maybe the single biggest pocket of oil I've ever seen. And we got more down here. Got to see how to get to it. So there's... I'm going to spend some money here just because I want to see how we're going to get through all that. Actually, we might get a chance to unload a whole bunch of oil right here. So I'm going to buy another horse or two in preparation for that. Okay, once it hits $1.10, I'm taking all the horses over there. Everyone go dump off all your oil right away. We're up to $1.20, so we're just going to go like that for a sec. We're going to upgrade the horses one more time so they can get there in a hurry because those are prices we don't want to miss. $1.30, $1.30, $1.30. We need all the horses going there. Some of them aren't. That's okay. We'll still make all that money. See, there's $15,000. And prices are coming back down to earth, but now we have the money we need to get through all this. So we're going to get a rock drill. We're going to go through there and then down to there. This thing's coming back down to $1, so we're going to close it. And then we're going to upgrade every single one of these pipes along the way. I don't know if I'm even going to bother to explore for more oil at this point because we got so much in the ground. I don't even know if I can actually pump all this out yet. But I'm going to build 2 super silos in anticipation of that. Then we're going to upgrade one side of this at a time because we need to be able to keep pumping oil to one or the other because it's the middle of June. Now we're pumping oil out of the left side so we can upgrade the right side and we won't lose any time. I'm also tempted to do something radical like putting another oil tower in, but I can't, so I'm not going to. I will, however, buy another dowser for either side and see if they can find any more oil down there for funsies. So he found some somewhere down there. Okay, we're going to do a big old scan because we can afford to. Okay, there is another deposit, so we'll go into that. Could also use some magma in a big way. Would love to see if there's any of that down there for some faster pumping or gas. Well, that's all right. They can't all be winners. I'm going to add a few more silos because I think there's actually that much oil in the ground. But these are going to start to run out pretty quick because 2 of the bigger ones are already done. There's a dowser going, so I don't think there's any more oil. So we just got to sit back and wait. And for $1.20, whatever, we're going to start to dump off some of that oil. Because at the rate we're going, we're just producing so much oil, we can't really hold too much more anyway. So maybe really quick, I'm going to dump a few of these off to the right side just to clear a little more room. 90 cents, so we can take advantage of that. Okay, bad news. Our last silo is getting very full. We've still got a lot of oil in the ground, so we're just going to have to start dumping some of it off. We might actually have to dump a lot of it off because we're about to start spilling a lot of oil. I'm going to buy as many horses as I can just to try and contain it all. It pains me very deeply to be selling oil for 50 cents. Very deeply. But we got some of our silos emptied out, so let's fill those up while we wait. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm actually going to connect these 2 together. That way when this big one runs out, it can hopefully help share the load on the right side. Okay, we're going to start dumping off to the left side a little bit because that price is about to get over $1. And that's perfect timing because I was very much running out of storage space. And the oil is going to flow, so that's perfect. $1.20. Yeah, we're going to dump all this oil out to the left right now. This seems to have worked out pretty good for once, and I made an astounding $75,000 so far. Minus the money I had to spend for the ground, $60,000 profit. I did get all the oil. I didn't see the magma down here, which could have gotten it out quicker, but that worked out fine. $76,000, lots of profit, which was a lot more than everyone else, though he still managed 60, which is very good. So it turns out there's just a lot of oil around. I had 79 on that one. Even these 50s are really good. There's a 61 here, so I'm a little torn where to go, so I'm going to try right here. I'm a little nervous that I only got outbid once so far. Everyone's fighting over all the other ground. So let's find out if they knew something I don't. We're going to put 2 dowsers in a mole down. The background here is very relaxing. Oh, let me guess, there's oil below you. Wow, he didn't even... Okay, whatever. We're just drilling down to that one because he's stupid. If I do this anyway, they won't double douse it. And hopefully that's a really big... Yeah, Grow, you found one. So smart. What would I do without you? So let's lay down, say, 4 horses. They're all going to go to the right away because why wouldn't they? We're getting oil out of the ground. And the side on the left, prices aren't bad either, but we're definitely going to take advantage of $1.08 for now. That's going to give us an easy grand in startup money. Okay, then we're going to upgrade the silo and the pipe. Then I'm going to let a mole on a little rampage over here, then maybe here, and then down below so we can hopefully find the oil this guy's found. I'm also going to drill into the magma right away to get that extra power. Okay, that oil's nice and close to the surface. And there might actually be quite a lot of it on the right side. We can even buy another horse or 2 and get them all to dump their oil out for easy money and upgrades. Might have spilled a little bit of oil. We'll pretend we didn't because that's the way it works. Okay, that oil is coming out of there really fast. Horses. I don't know what the horses are doing, but they're doing anything but what they're supposed to. Okay, I'm also going to upgrade them to $1,000 horses. That way they stop doing whatever it is they're doing. But I now have about $5,000 to work with. So we'll be making some money. Okay, now they're going to go to the right side. We're just getting oil everywhere on this one. I also need to scan to see what this is. If this is a giant peanut shaped deposit or this is 2 separate ones, which I think it is. We're going to do a big scan because we're rich, and when you're rich, you do things like this. Well, that's still lots. Okay, I'm going to make this one into a drill through everything type thing. I'm going to have to do the same for this one anyway, because we're going to that deposit, and also into the magma. Also need to upgrade this, because we're at $1.40 on the right, and we're not really producing any oil right now. While I'm at it, I'm also going to upgrade this, and maybe these two, since everything else is rolling anyways. Then we're also going to do a big scan to see what kind of oil is hiding down over here. We've been really lucky so far with this ground. So hopefully there's a big one over here. Wow, $2,000. That wasn't worth it at all. But I guess we can get this one and get them all onto this. But now at least I know exactly how much oil we have left to deal with, so we can get the silos and stuff accordingly. Price on the left is $1.20. We should take advantage of that for a minute. I didn't see it climb up there because I got so excited with everything else. Okay, we need more horses. Forgot about the whole spillage thing. Kind of forgot when you have fully upgraded pipes into magma, you move a ton of oil. Wonder if there's any more deposits down here. There might be another one hiding here. We'll find out right now. Nope. So we're kind of running into the same problem as last time. We're going to have so much oil that I can't really stockpile it all, so we got to take advantage of whatever prices we see. Even with 25 fully upgraded horses, we're having trouble keeping up. So we're about to hit $1 on the right, so we're dumping off as much oil as we can for $1. And we're probably going to spill a bunch here, but there's not much I can do about that. We're just pumping oil too quick. Well, maybe it'll be okay. It's almost spilling, which we don't get fined for. We get fined for actually spilling. Oh, that's very close. So I need to make a bigger herd. I thought this was going to be enough horses. But there we go. We dumped off all this oil for $1.13, and I'll take that all day long. Now we're out of oil already. It's October. And we got all the oil. We made $52,000. I think we probably got some pretty big spillage fines on this one. Yeah, we lost 20 grand in spillage. We still made $35,000, which was actually not too bad considering what other people made. Which means the next good ground is probably this one. So after a colossal bidding war, we're eventually going to get this ground. So let's also spend $30,000 getting a bigger herd so we don't run into that problem again. And also I'm going to spend $20,000 so that they take longer to spill, because I just spent $20,000 on spills anyway. Now let's see if this ground is worth it, considering we've already spent a lot on it. We're going to go dowser, dowser only. They've both found oil. I'm going to try this guy first. He seems luckier, so we're going to start right there. The mole has quickly lost track of his task. Oh, I should have scanned the other side, because it's clearly not a giant deposit on this side, but it's a start. Then we're going to start with 3 horses. We're probably going to go to the left right away, because there's some money to be made there. It's not a huge deposit. It's not a ton of oil, but we'll take advantage of some money to start. Then we'll go find some other oil elsewhere. And we're going to have to do that pretty quick because we've already pumped out this little deposit. They seem so small in comparison now. That one's better. Kinda didn't mean to do this, but whatever, we'll pretend this is super efficient. And prices are actually still really high, so yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this. We're gonna put another horse down. Okay, prices are dropping faster than I thought they would. We'll make a little bit of money off this. Okay, and then for a minute, we're just going to stockpile. We've got lots of room for it. Also, I'm going to send out the moles, rather in force, to see what's out there exactly. We'll send a mole over here. Okay, we found some magma so far. We found a few more oil deposits in the middle, so I'm going to try and reach those as soon as I can. Prices are getting a little bit better on the left, so I might start dumping a whole bunch of oil over there just to make some money. Okay, the price stalled just under $1. I'm still going to take a little bit advantage of that, but not too much. But we got a bit of money to work with, so let's hire a few dowsers because we need this to find more oil. So we'll do a little scan over here to see what we got. That was actually more expensive than I thought, but we did find some oil, so we're going to go to here, one to here, then one down to the big deposit. And I'm going to send 2 horses over to the left side right now just to take advantage of 70 cents because my things are getting full, so I'm going to need to exchange some of that for some money. Prices are coming up again though, so we could probably get a few upgrades. Okay, price on the left hit $1. Let's just send all the horses over there for that kind of price. That's going to mean we probably need to buy a few more horses plus some upgrades for them. Both sides are actually pretty good oil prices, but $1.14 on the left. We're going to take advantage of that because there's an easy 10 grand for us, plus we got plenty of oil left. But we're also going to need to start fighting that out of the ground like right now. So I'm actually going to connect these 6 systems together now. We're going to drill into the magma and then find whatever oil is left down there, while also upping my silo game once again because I suspect there's a lot of oil left. So we're going to do a $1,500 scan there just to make sure we're not missing much, including a gold nugget. Then I'm going to do the same over here just to make sure I'm not missing anything big. A small deposit we can miss, I don't care about. I don't want to miss a big one. And it looks like that's about it. So now we just sit back and wait for the oil to come out of the ground. Given that it's late October though, I think I actually want to go like that. Not hugely sure if that's a good idea or not, but it's the one we're doing. That way we have another method of extracting some oil. Price on the right side is rising, so I think we're going to take advantage of that because it's late November. So all the horses are going to get to work and we're going to even buy more for this. Price on the right is falling a bit. It's only $1, but it's late November, so I'm pretty much just going to have to take advantage of whatever I got. Okay, they're about to flip, so I'm going to go to the left side suddenly. We're just going to dump off for whatever we get. So we're at $1.02, $1.05. We probably could have timed that a little bit better, but all things considered, we still got over $1 prices, so we're gonna make good money still. Oh, there was a little deposit we missed. But we still made 40 grand, which is still good enough for second place. That was still very good ground. But also speaking of good ground, since we found all this great stuff, we can now go to the bonus island, which as we've learned before is basically made out of oil. So let's get to work before we waste any more time. 2 dowsers, but they're pretty much on oil all the time. Okay, we're going to go for him because he found something first. So we're just going to do a little scan there. There's our first deposit. I actually want to time this out a little bit to see so if we put a thing right basically on him, that's pretty good. I'm actually tempted to basically not have silos and just deliver oil to either side around the clock. Not sure if that's a good idea or not, but for $1.10 we're going to send some horses over there. Okay, and then they're maybe going to swap sides pretty quick because prices dropped right away, but we're still making good money. Then we're going to connect over into this one right away because that's going to help us make some money. I'm already kind of stressing out about this because I know how much oil is in the ground and what we're losing. So I'm actually just going to let the horses go for now for 70 cents because we're not going to have any shortage of oil this entire time. I basically need to be pumping at full speed like non-stop. So that oil is coming out of the ground now for over $1. That's fine. We need bigger, better horses. Don't spill any, please. Okay, all the horses there for $1.05. Please keep going. Pretty sure there's also another deposit here we're going to tap into. I'm pretty sure the whole island is going to be that basically. Let's send a few moles down just to start getting an idea of what we're dealing with. And you can already see how it's the edge of deposits everywhere. Plus they found a gem or a bonus. I'm also going to upgrade the horses to $1,000 horses right away because that'll pay for itself. I might have to scan the whole ground so I can efficiently mine this properly. Wasn't really paying attention to the prices, so now everyone's going over to the right side and there's some big deposits over here. You know, I'm going to go ahead and scan right now. I'm going to spend whatever it is, $1,500 to do a big scan just so I can see what I'm dealing with. There's some oil, and this is basically why I'm just constantly sending my horses to either side because there's no point in stockpiling. There's always needs to be oil coming out. We'll do a big scan here to make sure we're not missing anything here, and then one in the middle, then we'll be good to go with all the information we could ever want. And yeah, this is why I need to be pumping oil because it just never ends. So I just need to do this kind of for a measurement if anything. Then I'm going to put a tower here, and then I'm going to put a silo here, and then I can put another tower here if I want to. And then I can start figuring out how to do this. So it already sucks that because I can connect off of that. But I'm going to upgrade all of these. I'm going to tie that one into the magma. I'm going to tie this one into the magma. I'm going to tie this one eventually into the magma, probably something like this for now. That means we're going to need about 30 horses to accommodate all this. Prices going up on the left side, so we're going to take advantage of that. While buying horses, it's still early May, so we got time to do this. I want all of this oil. There's 32 fully upgraded horses, so if they can't get the oil out of the ground, no one can. Now it's just a matter of kind of figuring out this enormous maze. And apparently I still need more horses, but I got $4,500 currently. Everyone's just going to go to the left side for now, and that's fine. Then we're going to connect into there. It's also going to connect into there. This one's going to drill through rock. Then we'll be able to get all these little deposits. It's a long ways around. And eventually I will work out a good way to do this, sort of, maybe, whatever. Might actually have to start stockpiling a little bit of oil, but even spending constantly like we are, I still can't. Like I'm still making money. I'm really trying hard to work my way around. I don't think I can even utilize the gas in this one just because I've got no way to get the gas to the surface safely. Okay, I think I'm tied into it all. So now it's just a matter of figuring out logistically if we have time to get it all up to the surface. And while we're at it, I'm going to tie these all together so they can all pump to each other if need be. I'm even going to put another tower over here. No, I'm going to put on this side because we need the extra room. That's going to go to there. Okay, we now have 40 horses. They're now going to go to the right side instead to grab prices from here. And I'm not actually sure if there's any things that aren't connected in. There could be a few hiding along the edges for sure. So I'm going to scan along the edges. And I already found a few new ones. There's probably one here. There might be one here. This stuff was very satisfying and fun, but also kind of stressful because there's just so much oil to get a hold of. They're still on $1.20 on the right, so let's just let them keep going there. But then we're also going to tie in here and here. Then anywhere that's kind of like a main line, I'm going to try and upgrade. It has a lot of oil that needs to go through it. And I almost missed this little deposit over here too. Okay, well, we've got lots of oil coming through lots of directions, so hopefully the horses will be able to keep up. And now that we got all the oil tied in, I'm actually going to stockpile for a few minutes. We've already made 40 grand and we've got all this oil in the ground. We spent a fortune too. Since it's now September, we just wait for the next big price spike and then we try and take advantage. I still don't know if we're going to get all this oil out of the ground or not. And there's another deposit here I hadn't even tied into this entire time. Okay, price on the left is $1.10. That's going to have to be good enough because my silos are full and there's a lot of oil coming out of the ground. So all 40 horses go over there. We're maybe about to spill, but not much we can do about that. I can shut the pipe off physically if I have to, but I don't want to have to do that. Price on the right side's also coming up, so we're gonna let them swap. Okay, we're getting close to done because lots of oil is coming out, but it is November, so 99 cents on the right, that's good enough for me. Okay, pipes are pretty much fully upgraded everywhere they need to be. We have $80,000 already. Hopefully we get a lot of oil out for whatever prices we get left. Not sure we're gonna get it all still, which is crazy because there's so much oil here. But I'm basically gonna be selling oil right up to the bitter end. It's gonna be close. We might have it, we might not. Either way, we just made $100,000 on one level. That was a ton of oil. We spent so much money getting here. Did I actually get it all? I think I did. Bonus for all oil depleted $1,000. We spent $40,000, but we made $100 in profit. That's bananas. And we did that at basically $1 per barrel, just because we don't have time to chase around good prices. And I think I'm the winner there. I get a free island because they're all Muppets. So there's still a lot we can be upgrading. Like, we can still be upgrading bodies, stages, and boosts beyond their regular max level. So we're going to do that for each of them. But maybe most importantly, we need booster packs for potential Omega item parts. Probably go with rocket science because I like rockets. We got some new stuff, but nothing super exciting, so let's do it again. I'm going to keep opening these until I get something fun. Here we go, and then I got a fragment of an Omega item. I got the second piece. Okay, I managed to get 3 in a row. Not sure if that's good luck or not, but I'll take it. On my final pack, I got pieces of 2 separate Omega items. Now to actually start putting some of these into practice. Well, for starters, let's get a coil and say a trash can. Can't go wrong with that. On top of that, auxiliary balloons. We're also going to play horizontally on this one, so I need to steer myself as I go, but we'll be able to make this work pretty nicely. I'm going to squash this straight on his head. Day 1 earned us $80, so that means a few upgrades. We're going to upgrade both the trash can and the coil. That's going to mean a further launch because I've got 2 coils on here, and he's got a lid to protect his head when he comes hurtling down on it from 100 miles into the sky. So the first day was $80, this was $150, we almost doubled our income already, and I'm forgetting to use my boosts already too. Also, we're going to add a rocket. This time we'll be sure to use our booster. There we go. Now we're going to get altitude and distance. And then we're out of speed, but you get the idea. $325, new records everywhere, dollar daily interest. So let's mostly just increase that coil, and then maybe we'll increase the trash can just a little bit. Because we unlocked a new booster, which can be maybe fins. Whoa, it upgraded all the way to a recycling can. This one's going straight to the sky. It's a thing of beauty. Look at all those boosters too. Should probably be pointing ourselves more this way to get a little more distance. I'm not sure what makes us more money, height or distance. So distance is a thing, air time is a thing, speed is a thing, so we definitely want to go horizontal rather than up. For example, if we do a quick launch and point ourselves a little more horizontal, whoops, that was very messy, but it's very quick, we go very far to the right and we make much more money, and it's quicker. Anyways, now that we've made ourselves a little bit of money, let's try something new. Maybe the ejector seat. It's always one of my favorites just because it launches the penguin mercilessly out into the sky. Now, what do you think a tater reactor is? $200, so I better get 2 of those. Oh, it runs on the power of potatoes. I get it now. I have no idea what I just created. But what else is new? So we're going to fly into the sky very slowly. I'm not sure when our tater reactors are going to come into play. There they are. That's actually pretty good. It's giving us lots of power to the right, yielding the power of the potato. Then we're still going to eject from the seat after all of this, so we need to make sure he's pointed at an optimal angle. Probably something like that. There he goes. And now he's alone in the sky. He should have a big splat when he hits the ground. But that was worth $1,200 all by itself, just because of how far we went. So we can maybe upgrade the auxiliary rockets a little bit now, just to carry us further, and also more potato power. And this is still with like a basic launcher. It is upgraded, but we can get a better launcher soon. For now, we'll just enjoy the ride. This potato thing works really great because I can hold myself at like this angle and still fly. Like, it's got lots of power to weight ratio apparently. And then we're going to launch Idiot pretty soon, so we'll point him this way so he goes further horizontally. That was worth $1,600, lots of new records. So let's replace this coil with Russian roulette. That's 777 power. We were at 450, so that's a pretty big upgrade. Then we get to upgrade it again. The power goes up substantially very quickly. So we're going to play Russian roulette to hopefully get the penguin a good launch. I think that was a pretty good launch. We could do better, but we will eventually. This should be a new record across the board. I accidentally skipped through it. We've got $3,000, so take from that what you will. Let's upgrade Russian roulette a little bit. Then maybe also our basic rocket. I'm really mostly just in a hurry to get to my Omega rocket. That's not going to be a great launch, but it's going to be decent, and we got upgraded things, so we'll be fine. We're going to point them like this way. I mean, we're still 4,000 feet above the ground anyway, and he launches at the end, so as long as we're above the ground somewhat, we'll be fine. And here comes the launch. Perfect. And what's our distance now? 50,000. Just about. Well, it wasn't a new record, but it was for speed and bonus earnings. Maybe we need a max level ejector seat? That's better. It looks like a gaming chair. But I doubt there's any gaming chairs in real life that launch you into space. Easy, efficient, economical rocket also. Look at that weird setup. Can we get an orange launch? Nope. But we got a yellow one. That's pretty good. I feel like we're going very quickly. We haven't even got to our potato reactors yet, but this is already further than we went last time. There's 75,000, probably close to 80,000 by the time we crash down and kill this penguin. 81,000, didn't even hit the ground. New records across the board, $4,600. So Russian Roulette started at 777 power, it's up to 2,800, 3,700. Next we'll get it up to 5,000. Oh, and we unlocked a new slot for our stage, so let's sell that and we're going to add something new here.
What do you think dark matter does?
Reduces your weight because it looks pretty high tech according to us. Okay, makes us lighter. I think we probably want to be lighter right now. Weight can carry you a little bit. Oh, that looks horrible. But you gotta have some weight to carry you, otherwise you don't go far enough, but I think we've got plenty of weight given everything we've got. The ejector chair is probably pretty heavy in itself. And the dark matter just sticks to the penguin to the bitter end, but we went almost 10% further this time. And that was worth $5,000, so let's take the weight down a little bit more. Oh, it's a multiplier, interesting. I still really want to see a red launch, and we eventually will get there, but not yet. We got not quite 10% further on this one, but we did get like another 5%, and that's a big increase. New records, at least another 5,500. The ejector seat's fun, but I think we could find something better like El Fuego. That was a new one we unlocked anyways. It is a little bit heavy, but it does have a pretty good top speed, and that upgrades quickly. I have no idea if what we just did is good or bad, but we're about to... It feels very quick. Very quick. We're already past 50,000 feet. So it definitely has a speed advantage over the ejector seat. At least before the penguin is ejected into the oblivion. I think these dark matter things or whatever I have could help on a lot of different builds if they can reduce weight. Because the bigger things obviously are going to weigh more, but if we can reduce the weight and add power, all the better. We're over 100,000 feet distance. We don't get to catapult the penguin at the end, but we still get to crash him into the sky from 4 miles up. That was worth $7,000. So let's maybe see if we can finish upgrading El Fuego. That usually adds something fun. We have our fins back too. But there's 135,000 distance, so we're making progress rapidly. Russian Roulette is just very, very expensive to upgrade again and again. But we almost have the Tater reactor. Yeah, that is max level finally. So this, oh, a red launch too. This will be a good one. Wow, we're already 110,000 distance. Yeah, okay, I can see why Russian Roulette is good now. When it does land on the good one, it's like a nuclear blast. We're also 110,000 feet into the sky, so I can actually sacrifice some altitude for a little more speed potentially. Not sure if that's how that works in this game, but our distance is already 170,000. Worth $15,000. We somehow didn't break a record for speed there. I don't see how. We got a huge launch out of this. You'd think that would have been a speed record, but who am I to complain? So we're at 8,500 power now. Could be 10,000 with the next level. We should get a red launch 1 in 6. Not that we necessarily need it, but it's a lot of fun. So this time with a yellow launch and a few upgrades, we still made 185,000. That's still worth $12,000. Which means we get max level Russian Roulette, and that normally changes everything. Now it looks like a giant revolver. Then let's reduce the weight a few more times and boost the auxiliary rockets a little more. So a yellow launch now is 200,000 distance. And lots of money. Come on. Yeah, we get a red launch. Okay, that put us into the purple sky already. We're already 220,000 distance. 250,000 distance. That happened like instantly.
Yeah, those are the kind of launches I want, where we just go warp speed.
300,000 distance, $23,000 earned. And El Fuego has been fun, but I think we could probably find something a little better. There's something called the Volcano. It's further down the upgrade list, so I assume it's going to be better. It's got a stronger first stage, but others are weakened. We do lose a Tater reactor on this, but if we upgrade it, we get lots of top speed and it's almost max level already. We get our dark matter thing to make it lighter. Its total weight right now is 28 pounds. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. My best so far is 300,000. I think we're trying to get 500,000. And I suspect we're going to get there. This probably isn't very aerodynamic. I don't know if I love this thing already. The penguin looks unhappy in there, so that's a plus, but given that this is a yellow launch and taking a long time, I don't love this option. It did not bad at 180,000 distance, but it's too slow for me. So let's take something heavy and then reduce the weight of it. The jet might be a good candidate for this. We're already down to 14.4. Every level takes off 0.4 pounds, so we just took it down to 10 pounds. Plus we can upgrade the jet itself, which is going to give us more top speed. It seems pretty quick though. There's already 100,000 distance. I'm not sure if this is any better though. It was a fun thought, but we've gone backwards drastically. That was only 150,000. We need to do better than that. I do also have a new launcher called Big Bertha that has a 2500 base launch, which is the most expensive of all of them, so we probably need to try this. Or perhaps an Omega rocket, which is what we started with. Look how expensive it is. Everything else is like $900. That's 100 grand. Well, for now, let's just try it as is. I'm just going to upgrade the bullet a few times so it looks like a Bill bullet that's yellow. Then we're going to upgrade this so it's got big power. Then, because we upgraded it, we got auxiliary rockets added to it. I don't want auxiliary rockets. I think I want the dark matter to make it lighter. Oh, we actually have to do stuff? I don't want to do stuff. Okay, I don't. Oh, okay, off we go. That's a little better, though. There's 170,000 distance already. That's going to make for some weird launches. But we're going a long ways already. We're already at 200,000 distance. And we still got to go through both of our potato reactors. So we're going to land here at about 270,000, which is worth $20,000. All I know is I want the Omega rocket. So Big Bertha is almost leveled up. The bullet's already leveled up. I'm not going to buy anything else. Well, we'll make it a little bit lighter for now because we can. Won't be long. Hey, we can shoot ourselves the wrong way. What happens if we go backwards a long ways? Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. We're at minus 200,000. Don't know what the game's going to do here. I wonder if I ruin the aerodynamics by putting arms on either side of a bullet. This feels uncomfortable flying backwards. With 314, we broke a new record. We just did it in the wrong direction. Also, I kind of want to see if we upgrade the bullet just a few more times. We do get another one of these. So we knocked our weight all the way down to 20 pounds, which should mean that we can get a pretty good launch. Please blast. That's really awkward to try and do. Look how high we got though. We're like in space again. It's kind of a shame though because we want a distance and not height, but whatever. Even on a bad launch that time, we still got 280,000 feet. Okay, while we're at it, let's upgrade Big Bertha to max level. Max level-ish. Then let's try and do more of a horizontal launch this time. Get back up there. Perfect. That's going to get us way far to the right. We're already at 260,000. And this will be a new record because there's 320,000 to the right this time. We're going to fast forward through it for 360,000. Worth $30,000 just by itself. So then instead of a Tater reactor, I'm going to sell that for a sonic burst just because it's quicker to get us to where we're going. Then we'll pull the weight down a little more. Every one of these drops at 0.7 pounds. If we get lots of these, we can make this bullet very light. Might swap out this cannon though because I really hate trying to launch it like this. We're going to get different launches like every time we try. Though that was pretty good. We're 250,000 horizontal already. Plus then we get one burst and then two bursts, which brings us over 400,000. Almost to 400,000. All for being an anti-gravity bullet with super boosts on it. Want to see a quick way to make money? I can just let it fall into the ground in fast forward mode, hit the ground, do that. $12,000 and I can do this rapid fire to save up for the things I want, even backwards, it doesn't matter. Okay, 10 runs is screwing around later and I think we have enough for the Omega rocket. It has 3,200 fuel, 120 max lift, it's 5 power and only weighs half a pound. Not entirely sure what this is going to do for us, but it's definitely going to carry us further, especially considering it only weighs half a pound. And all we need is one upgrade to eliminate that weight entirely, though we basically already have. So we're 270,000 distance so far. Next comes the sonic bursts, which are going to give us a nice push forward. Lots of drag, but lots of speed. There's the Omega rocket that's bigger than our bullet. So that's a good rocket booster. If we had any good rocket devices, we could definitely attach it to that. But I think this by itself is going to carry us to 500,000 feet. So it's very overpowered. I could just sit here like this and let it go. And I really like the upgrades that let me be lazy. Like I'm just sitting back in my chair right now watching this go. I could be drinking coffee if it wasn't the middle of the night. There's our 500,000 feet we needed. So let's see if we can get lucky and get the rest of these pieces real quick. We did get it. Okay. Omega coil launcher. The Omega coil launcher sits at the bottom, but its base power is 13,000, which is absolutely bananas. And as we upgrade it, oh, this one's going to be stupidly fun. Oh, I like this one because I don't have to do anything. That's really nice. So there goes our sonic bursters, and Omega rocket takes over 300,000. We don't go as far horizontal, but once we upgrade this a few times, we'll be laughing. But now I really don't know what to upgrade, so we'll maybe focus on the Omega coil for a minute. 604,000 is the number to beat, and we're getting stronger launches at less weight, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. Hard to steer this thing so far though. There we go. Okay, those upgrades carried me 100,000 feet further. And that's worth $75,000 all by itself. And since we have $150,000, we might as well buy another Omega rocket. Every upgrade for those costs $50,000, so I'm going to hold off a little bit more of those. Let's just get more launch power. And also make ourselves a little bit lighter. Well, this should be something stupid. There's our better launch that always gets us so high up right away. Or it starts right away with our Omega rockets now. These have so much power compared to our weight that we're like almost going horizontally. So 900,000 feet worth $100,000 so far. But that's good because upgrades for everything is getting very expensive. This, for example, is now $40,000 per upgrade. So that should launch us very high up very quickly. And then it's just a matter of pointing ourselves more or less horizontally and then letting the rocket do all the work. So this time we broke 1 million feet. Or 1 million, whatever the units are. I don't actually know, so let's see if we can get the rest. Oh, we're 1 upgrade shy of the top Omega. But we could definitely make things a little bit lighter still. We're down to 16 pounds overall. Not sure at what point that might start to work against us, but the launch is so strong it pushes us out of frame now. I wonder what happens if you put all the Omega pieces together into one rocket. We're gonna have to explore that. So let's max out the Omega coil. Oh, well, it's normal max level, we can go further with it. It just gets really expensive. Also, these are $50,000 per upgrade, so that's going to take a while. So for now, we'll make things lighter again. We're now down to 15.5, almost half the weight, probably less than half the weight of what it would be without these upgrades. Say we sell the Omega rockets for now and exchange them with just the Sonic Bursts, because these will carry us very far very quickly for lots of money. So combine say 4 of those and we'll reduce the weight a whole bunch. I don't think we're going to set any new records distance-wise. But we're going to get to where we're going very quickly, and that's important because I just need the money for upgrades right away. We're already at 800,000 feet horizontal. So we're only going about 80% as far, but we're doing it like 10 times faster. So we'll roll this money, $100,000, into new upgrades, but we'll just do this like 10 times. Okay, I've used my devious little strategy to earn $1 million. Now we're going to sell the Sonic Blasts for I don't know how much, but then we're going to buy Omega Rockets, 4 of them. And because they're so light, we're actually under 10 pounds already. But then we're going to upgrade these at $50,000 each, and that's still going to leave us plenty of money left over. The next upgrade costs $75,000 each, so it's going to be $300,000 to upgrade all of these. Then we can upgrade one more. So we're basically just a bullet with massive rockets strapped to the back that can propel it very far very quickly, but it's very light also. So we're currently 460,000 distance, and we've still got all of these rockets to go through. So I'm basically just going to hit fast forward and let it do its thing for a while. But we've officially broken the 1 million whatever units mark. There's the 1.1, so this is about as far as we've gone before. And we've still got a full rocket and a half to go. And I think the final one's going to be our best one. So far so good. There's 1.5 million coming up on 1.6. I don't think we'll hit 2, but we're going to get fairly close. So we're about 1.8 million distance, still 250,000 into the sky. That run by itself was worth $250,000. So next time we can do better than 4 Omega rockets and an Omega coil. We'll do Omega everything. Today I'm going to end the life of every single person on this planet. And naturally the best way to do that is using the big pandemic we've all been experiencing for the past few years. And this should be easy considering how much damage this has done to the real world. Now, where does TikTok want to start? I'm thinking somewhere dense with lots of population, but they also have to have an airport and a seaport. I would pick the UK, but that's a little bit too mean for my pandemic, so I'm going to start in India. TikTok begins in India. And just like that, I've unleashed a great plague into the world which no one is safe from. There's going to be incredible amounts of suffering. And so far, there's obviously no infections, no deaths, no transmission, no symptoms, no abilities. It's just TikTok. But we got our disease on the board, 5 people infected so far. I'm not sure how many people are in India currently. There's 7.1 billion in the world, 9 of whom are infected. And I forgot I actually have to pay attention to pop these bubbles, but they're going to get me disease points. And just like in real life, I'm not going to let people know the dangers of TikTok until it's too late. I'm just going to make sure it's spread out as far as possible before hurting people. So let's let it spread by insects. And that should help it spread a lot. Now, if there's nothing too dangerous about it, no one's going to notice, and even if they do, they're probably not going to care that much to do anything about it. But there's 100 people infected thanks to insect carrying. Those numbers are going up pretty quickly. We're getting a few dozen every second. And we're about to break 1,000 people infected, and that means we have 12 DNA points to spend. So next, let's do livestock. I'd imagine there's a lot of that in India, but I can't say for sure. I can barely point to it on a map. But those numbers are climbing now. Instead of going in like a dozen, they're going in maybe 1,000 per tick. TikTok infects thousands. We're starting to get somewhere, but I need billions. I need many billions. But look at all those DNA points we have. There's 21, so now we're going to give ourselves air transmission. You got to think that's going to help it spread, if it can spread through the air itself. Now we're getting several thousand infected per tick, which isn't adding up to a lot yet. I mean, we've only got a very little bit of India, but it's going to spread more and more. The more people that have the plague known as TikTok, the more it's going to spread. And we made it into Pakistan. We're going places. And I get a big bonus for that. The more countries I hit, the more I'm going to get. And we're into that country. We have rash symptom mutated. I think we also just made it into China. Yep, we have a few people infected in China. That's a big population mass. Now, rash is a thing we've just got that does increase infectivity, but that's going to get people's attention. We're going to devolve that. I really want TikTok to just seem as harmless as possible. That way no one's going to care. It's going to spread the globe. And then we're going to put on like hemorrhaging or make people's eyeballs fall out or something. Until then though, no one's going to care. While we're at it, I should probably give it some heat resistance and maybe some bacterial resilience. That way it can help protect it against all climates. We're pretty near the equator, so warm climates are going to be a more priority. Just look at poor India there. We've got like 1/8 of them infected. But those numbers are going up super quickly suddenly, probably because of its heat resistance. We're getting like 40 million people per tick. And we've actually already infected like 1/10 of the world, so I guess India was a good place to start. India's looking pretty red. How we doing, India? Okay, India is fully infected suddenly, and we're spreading quickly. I'm just waiting to see a red plane or boat come out of India to land somewhere else. We need to make it to some of these other continents. I'm also going to give it cold resistance to help it get into some of those colder places like Canada. And let's help put it into some rodents. Maybe some rodents will get into some boats and help the boats travel around the world to infect more people everywhere. Even the animals aren't safe from TikTok. I'm making a lot of points. We've got like 1/5 of the world infected now. And I don't think we've even hit any of the Western continents yet, though I did see a red plane just land in the UK. So that feels like a victory already. 19 DNA points to spend. We want water transmission next, and last will be bloodborne or birds. I don't know if blood's going to be a big infective one, but we got Russia, which is a big geographic area. Not the biggest population, but still pretty big. And this is great. I've infected 1.4 billion people and no one has any idea. Oh, we finally made it into North America. We have Canada. But now that we are getting into places like Canada and the UK that probably have pretty strong health systems, let's give it drug resistance. Pathogen becomes resistant to class 1 and class 2 antibiotics. Increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. You can't outsmart TikTok, there is no winning. And the coughing symptom is mutated. That's actually super contagious. Like, super contagious. But that's going to start to grab people's attention. If scientists all over the world are like, why is everyone coughing? They're going to look into why. They can't know it's TikTok. They can't know TikTok exists yet. As I recall, Madagascar and I think Greenland are the two hard ones to get, both because you need a boat to get there. Boats rarely go there, and they're very cold in a very hot country. So let's make sure the birds are doing their job. I can't believe it's 17 points for birds. Avian carriers increase infectivity, land transmission, and mutation. I don't need a lot of mutation, and I don't know if I need blood. Like, are people out there sharing blood with each other? I think we might have just got Iceland. We sure did. That's a big one because I feel like boats go from Iceland to Greenland a lot. Now that I say that out loud, I don't see why they would, but I did just see a boat land in Greenland, and there's a few boats. Central America, also not safe from TikTok. There's a whole bunch of African countries. Central Europe. We really had a good start with India and China. The world is looking awfully red in that little corner of the world. We got Madagascar. That's definitely one of the hard ones. The world is a little over 50% infected already. And we're definitely getting around pretty quickly. We have 62 points to spend already. I think at this point, I'm probably just going to save up. Because again, even a rash is going to give us away. It always does. But considering we still have a lot of healthy countries, one of them is Greenland. We also have places like Sweden and Norway and Finland, which tells me we need more cold resistance. Those are the only possible thing those countries have in common. 16 points? Yeah, whatever, go for it. We're also going to do more drug resistance too. So after extra cold and drug resistance, we're left with only 25 points. We'll get more points again. We got a lot of people to infect. And once people actually start dying of TikTok too, we'll get lots of points because that's really the whole goal. But I'm pretty sure every red bubble right now also is a new country. That one was either Finland or Norway. They're very interchangeable. Oh, I think one landed in Greenland. I saw the red boat go in there. UK's looking pretty rough too. They have a lot of infections. So we're at 2/3 of the world infected so far, and that should go quicker. So in the USA currently, every tick we're getting 70,000 people infected. That number might go up when I start to add things like coughing. Coughing just added itself again. Tempted to let this one run because that makes a big difference. We're going up to like 100 and something thousand, 500,000 per tick, just thanks to that. Given that 3/4 of the world is already infected, I think we're just going to let coughing take over the rest. We'll maybe give the people a little bit of a fighting chance, but not too much. But look what coughing did to the world. I just realized how red everything is. The whole world is bleeding. What I might do at this point, since we've infected 95% of the world, is mostly figure out how to get more of these cold countries more infected. Is it livestock? Is there lots of livestock in these areas? Yeah, we'll let them have some more livestock. That only costs 18 points. We also have more cold resistance. Next, I think we're going to add sneezing because that adds quite a bit of infectivity, and that's not going to alarm anyone. A little bit of sneezing, people are just going to think, hey, I'm sneezing, that's no problem. Little do they know they're infected with TikTok. Oh, we also have cysts now too. Cysts might be a little bit more concerning. Scientists might go, okay, maybe we don't want these, so we're going to get rid of those. Okay, whatever I just did is working because look at the big chunks we're infecting in Greenland. Oh, France starts working on a cure. For coughing and sneezing, typical France, let's see what we can do about that. So we're maybe going to get genetic hardening right away to slow down their progress. TikTok needs to evolve to kill, you're sure right. Why is Sweden the one holding out? What is it about Sweden that's making it hard to get? Is it drug resistance? Do the Swedes do lots of drugs? No, there we go. We just had to start getting some large swaths of people infected. Now we're getting over 1 million per tick, and Sweden doesn't have a huge population, so we just went from like 1% infected, now we're at about 80%, and now Sweden is pretty much infected. The whole world is pretty much infected. In fact, there are no healthy people left in the world. They're all succumbing to TikTok. Alright, so now what are the biggest, baddest things we can hit them with? Pneumonia sounds pretty bad. Immune suppression has lots of lethality. Let's give them some immune suppression. You don't need an immune system. Total organ failure is like 30% lethal. I don't think it's fair we can just jump straight to the total organ failure, but that's their problem. Coma sounds pretty bad. What else do we have? Fever? They can have a fever. We only have 28 points left, so I need to make sure whatever we give them, it's really going to cause problems. I kind of also want it really lethal without being that severe. I don't know how we can separate those two things because I feel like if they're lethal, that should be considered severe. But we're going to add coma because comas are pretty important. Next, we can add systemic infection, but we're kind of out of points to spend. But I feel like what we just did is going to start killing a lot of people, and we have anemia. Nobody knew when TikTok started just how bad it would be. First death in Mexico. Yeah, I feel like the deaths are going to start. There's another 200,000. There's another 300,000. So there's 1.3 million people dead. The world is going to fall pretty quickly. South Africa shut down its land borders, but I'm sorry to say it's too late. This highly transmissible disease is in all the countries in the world. In fact, every person has TikTok, whether they know it or not. The world is working on a cure, but they're 3% done, so it's a race against dying. And we've already killed more than the Black Death. Whether or not I succeed, I've already accomplished something pretty great here today. So we now have about 200 million people dead, more than the Spanish flu. There's 230 million, 270 million. We could like 40 million per tick dying. Although that cure is a little alarming because it's 11% done now. We're gonna have to slow that down a little bit. People are dying, but maybe not as quick as I would like them to be as we kill more than smallpox. The cure for TikTok will be available in 174 days. But we've killed 740 million. We've got 6.4 billion left. So we might actually do it just as is, but I'm going to make it more deadly as I can. TikTok placed on watch list as we've wiped out 10% of humanity. Look, I'm just trying to bring awareness. Oh no, we have nausea, because that's definitely everyone's problem when we have coma constantly. So what was it going to next? Paralysis, systemic infection seems pretty bad. That adds a lot of lethality, infectivity, and severity. We're going to need more genetic hardening as soon as we can. That way it'll slow down the research, because they're 20% done now. But we're a little over 20% done with humanity, so... And we're killing about 100 million people per tick, so I think we're going to succeed just as is. I would like to make this more deadly though, or at least have people suffer a little more along the way. The cure is 25% done, but the world is about half dead at the same time, so that doesn't bode super well for them. We're going to add some paralysis because people really want some of that. Oh, I forgot about the drug thing again. What do we add to this to make it even worse? Tumors? Tumors are pretty bad. I wouldn't want a tumor. Internal hemorrhaging. I wish I found this one earlier. There you guys go. Oh, what's over here? Hemorrhagic shock. I didn't realize there was such interesting options over to the sides. Still killing well over 100 million per tick. The cure is about a third of the way done, but the world is about 90% gone. Australia's government has fallen. Yeah, I wonder why. 99% of the people are gone. If there was one guy named Ted there, he would basically be running the show. Indonesia, yeah, they're all going down quickly. How's Sweden doing? Norway's all gone. Sweden's still hanging in there, but Sweden was very resistant to this at first. I don't know why. I figured this would be at least a little bit more of a struggle. Oh, before everyone's dead though, let's see if we can add... That's 32 points. Can I have a few more points? Can you guys survive just a little longer so you can die in a slightly worse way? TikTok to eradicate humans. Yes, we've known that for a while, yet people seem wildly unwilling to do anything about it. So there's 136,000 people left, 90,000, 60,000. I think we're going to do it. If anyone's immune to this, they can try and repopulate, but it's a tall order to replace 7 billion people. The entire world is officially dead. They succumbed to TikTok. Successfully eliminated all life on Earth. There's a disease graph. You can see the infectivity was rising, so no one cared because the severity and lethality wasn't there with it. So the cure they were looking for, they didn't even, well, they got almost halfway there, but then I increased how hard it was. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of TikTok. That was pretty easy. So naturally, I'm way too high on myself. So now I'm going to try brutal because it's for strategic geniuses living in concrete bunkers. As long as I'm wielding TikTok, no one has a chance. Plus, I'm actually going to do some of these genes I didn't really know about before. And I'm going to do Aquasite, increased chance of plague spreading by sea, because sea is always the tough one. Then the plague is going to get a bonus in humid climates. Then I'm going to get ionized helix, bonus DNA when devolving. These times should be a little bit harder. We're going to start in India again because I liked the way that worked out. But this should be much more of a struggle. We did upgrade our disease just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough to make up for this challenge. So now I'm just going to sit back and wait for enough DNA points to get some upgrades. I think we're going to go for livestock because that's only 7 points. And I feel like there's a lot of rural areas in this part of the world. Probably also very hot and humid through there. I feel like there's a lot of rain and a lot of heat. But I could also be wrong because I'm talking about something that I don't know much about. But what else is new? 12 DNA points to spend. Let's see what we're going to do next. Let's try insects again. I feel like there's got to be a lot of insects in a hot, humid climate. At least that's where I would be if I was a bug. Okay, we've only infected 3,000 people, but we have another 15 points to spend. So we're going to get water. This is good for ship transmission and humid areas, which I think we're in. That seems to be working because we're now up to 1,000 per tick, and that's going to add up quickly considering we've only got 7,000. We're going to get rid of coughing though. As much as that would help infect more people, I don't want anyone paying attention to us just yet. I'm also going to give it heat resistance because again, that's a hot part of the world. But we're now infecting like 50,000 people per tick. There's 100, so this is going to escalate quickly. We've officially crossed the 10 million people infected mark, and no one suspects a thing. And we made it into our first new country. And there's a red boat headed for what might be Indonesia. There's a lot of red boats getting out there, and that's going to mean a lot of extra points for us. So next, let's go airborne because we're starting to get into kind of the deserty regions of the world. And because of that airborne thing, we can get on planes. I didn't realize we couldn't actually spread by planes until right now. Oh, but there's a red boat. It's going to the UK or maybe France. Oh, and we hit North America already, so that's a pretty good sign. I'm going to have to make sure this thing is very transmissible in many different ways. We're going to go birds. That's an expensive upgrade, so I assume it's got to be worth it. And rodents. Then I do have to give it drug resistance also. But so far so good. We've infected like 1/5 of the world, and we've evolved nausea, which we're going to devolve. But so far so good. This is all going according to plan. I don't know if that's a good plan, but it is my plan. Medicine in Australia is slowing the infection. Any country with really top-notch healthcare is going to be a bit of a struggle right now. And with that 1 point, I think we can actually get it some drug resistance, and now it can spread in some of the richer countries. And that's going to help because I need more infections everywhere. The more infections there are, the more likely it is to spread again and again and again to more places. I do have 1.5 billion people infected worldwide though, so that's pretty good so far. I just hope the scientists don't notice it yet, and they shouldn't because there's really no symptoms. So we've infected a lot of countries, but we still have more that are still healthy. So that's going to get tricky. Let's give it some cold resistance for sure. That way we can start to make our way a little bit more into the northern climates.
Just because they're cold, it doesn't mean they don't deserve TikTok also.
I did see a red plane land in Greenland, so that's a good one. I know that's normally a hard one to get. And I don't know if boats do actually go from Iceland to Greenland, but we'll find out. I'm tempted to go disease transmission, maybe waterborne, just one more for ship transmission. That's very expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. I need more infected ships to get places like Madagascar and Greenland. Probably also going to need more drug resistance, because places like the USA are not getting infected in a hurry. We haven't even hit Canada yet.
Canada, it was a frozen, hostile wasteland.
So let's go a little more drug resistance then to hopefully get into those countries a little more. And I do actually think we just got Madagascar, so that's a big one. I might have to get a little more heat resistance, because I think there's a lot of warm countries resisting us so far too. We got Canada. I don't know why it puts the graph way up there. I would be surprised if the disease entered Canada from the Arctic Sea, but you never know. I do have 46 DNA points, but before spending any of those, I really need to see what countries are left. Then I need to try and decide on how to do this from here. We're also going to get rid of rashes, just like you should in real life. So the countries left are Greenland, Norway, Sweden, Baltic states, Ukraine, Morocco. So I'm wondering if we're going to need some help with the cold weather, because a lot of those are cold countries. Let's assume that's going to help, because also once we do finally get into those countries, I'm going to need to make the most progress there. We have infected about 60% of the world, and I think we just got Norway. And that should help get Sweden, because as far as I know, the borders are all still wide open, so everyone should cross into different countries and spread TikTok around. There's Sweden. We've been in Iceland for a while, and we only have 20 people infected so far, so it's going to be hard to get a boat from there to Greenland, if that's where the boats come from. So now we're getting somewhere. Russia's starting to spread a lot quicker. Canada's going to get up there pretty quick. Yeah, okay, suddenly the US just erupted. We have coughing now. We might just let coughing run its course, because we're about 90% done anyways. Yeah, okay, we got Greenland now too. So hopefully that spreads pretty quick. I'm going to let coughing run its course because I need to start infecting people in a hurry. And Peru, which seems to know how to deal with TikTok. I also just realized Canada, apparently we annexed Alaska along the way. And that's fine by me, but that might not be cool with other people. Okay, confirmed we've hit every country in the world. What do Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Sweden have in common? Like, how do we infect more of the people? Is it livestock again? We'll assume it's livestock. Let's also give them some sneezing. That shouldn't raise too many alarm bells, but it should help spread that because I need to hit those countries pretty hard right now. New minor diseases spreading. Oh, I've got bad news for you. We've already spread. It's called TikTok, and it's currently infected 7 billion people worldwide. Canada's numbers are climbing quite quickly. Greenland's are not. Greenland is going to be a problem. I'm not giving it insomnia because that's going to annoy people, and that's going to make them do something about it. I do need to be careful how I spend points in here. I've only got 50 left. I'll get more as people start dying, but I've got to be strategic. I'm only going to get so many more to use. Greenland's got 900 people infected. That might go up. We might just have to play the waiting game. Typical Greenland, always holding up the rest of the world. Thinks they're better than everyone else. Luckily, there's not a huge population there, so as I'm infecting like 700 people per tick, that's actually going to eat up Greenland pretty quick. Okay, progress is going in Greenland now, nice and quick. They'll be done before you know it, so let's start killing people. I do kind of like the route we took last time with immune suppression and then total organ failure because that sounds pretty bad. And then next, I think instead of coma, we're going to follow anemia around to whatever was so bad over on that side. But now people should start dying. Morocco starts work on cure. Yeah, you might want to hurry. Insomnia mutated. I'm not going to fight to get insomnia back. I'm just going to keep going with severe symptoms. The more things that naturally mutate, the better because I can build off them. Also, I should probably start getting disease resistance as soon as I can. So that's going to cost 14. But we've officially infected everyone in the world, so that's a good start. We've killed 1.5 million people now, and that's going quickly. Already we're at 6 million. They're all shutting down the borders now. I would like some points though, because the disease is already 10% cured, and that's going to start to worry me. But we've killed more than the Black Death. Okay, I need some points. The disease is 20% done. I didn't realize they'd be this quick. Well, we're doing pretty good though overall. We've killed 500 million people, but the cure is 25% done. I really need to slow that down. Okay, we can slow it down now, 14 points. Now it's going to be a little bit slower. We might need a few genetic reshuffles, but I need a lot of people to die for the points. And in theory, the more people that die, the slower that should go because there's less people to research. Okay, I've got 14 points to spend. That might be enough for a reshuffle. 16 points, 25 points for that, 30 for that one. We might be in trouble. I'm still optimistic though. We are getting a lot of points now that people are dying very quickly. So there we go. We might do a genetic reshuffle right now just because we can. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're going to do it. We need to get ahead of this. And we have killed almost half the world now. So if deaths really start escalating, we might get ahead of this. I do also need to slow down the cure, so we need another 10 points like yesterday. But there's 4 billion people dead, so that's pretty impressive all by itself. The raw potential of TikTok, there's, wait for it, the 30 points we need. So let's slow this down. Oh, that's just another reshuffle. I need harden. Well, which one do we do? Which one's going to be better? I'm kind of thinking actually the reshuffle. I'm not entirely sure on this, but we're going to do that. That's going to drop it down to 64%. At the rate people are dying, this might actually work because countries and stuff are going to start to break down pretty soon because the world is pretty dead so far. 5 billion people would probably put the brakes on a few projects. Plus with these next few points, we're going to have another, well, let's call it 19 points to spend on something good. I think for right now, we're going to settle on pulmonary fibrosis. And then we'll get that next because they're pretty cheap. I just need people to die a little bit quicker than what they are. The cure rate has definitely slowed down a lot though. Probably due to everyone being dead. But I think we might actually get away with this. If not, it's going to be close. So there's only 730 million people left alive on this planet. And there's going to be less and less as time goes on. I think we've got this one accomplished. There's only 400 million people left. The cure is 80% done. Just to be sure, we'll slow it down as soon as we can. Okay, the cure is pretty well stalled at 81%, which is good because there's only 150 million people left, so we're just going to let this one run out the clock. In fact, we're going to make it even worse. Let's not let the people suffer anymore. Have some comas, enjoy those. And apparently the cure got set back quite a bit. I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but it dropped to 70%. Maybe the people working on that fell into a coma. I don't really know. 80 million people left. And it naturally gave us paralysis, which is pretty serious. I forgot this whole time that there's also a fast forward button, so I could have been doing this quite a bit quicker. Though maybe it's a good thing I wasn't playing in super fast mode because that would have been a little bit chaotic. But look at those numbers drop. Our last million people alive on Earth. 960, 8 something, 500,000-ish. TikTok to destroy humanity. I think I would consider humanity destroyed by this point really. But let's see what countries survived. I mean, survived the longest. Places like Turkey, Argentina, Colombia, Egypt, Australia. No, being upside down would confuse the virus. Vital 100,000. I'm kind of surprised my lazy strategy worked. It obviously worked on easy mode, but on super hard mode, I didn't think it would get the job done. But I guess the moral of the story is, never doubt TikTok. Okay, stay tuned for next time's adventure when we destroy the world in some other colorful way. I just started playing Clash of Clans again after many years, and it turns out I'm really bad at it. Currently, I'm not even confident I can destroy this space, but I'm at least gonna try for now. We're just gonna open up the wall and send the giants in to take out that mortar. Once the mortar's gone, I can send in pretty much everyone else without much thought, and this is part of the problem. Well, once I spawn everyone else in, I'm gonna send in the airborne units, and yes, this really is just taking a lazy approach without much thinking involved. But that's kind of the point, and look at all this gold. Anyways, we did manage to defeat this particular base. My defenses, however, have not been great. Again, because I'm not really sure what it is I'm doing. But I realize there's probably a way I can make myself much better at this game.
I like money.
Another 14,000 gems? I doubt this is going to make me good, but it is going to make me better. And that's my experiment today. Can money make you that much better? To start, we're going to upgrade that town hall, 150,000 gold. But I also don't have 12 hours to wait, so we're going to spend 134 gems. Now we have all sorts of new stuff to work with. The big one for me was the research. We're going to upgrade the lab, and again, we're not going to wait for anything today because we spent a lot of money. And that means I can upgrade basically all of my units, as long as I have the capacity to do so. I use a little bit of all of these, so I'm just going to upgrade all of them. Those are going to make considerable differences already. But also, if I'm going to be spending gems to top up my resources, I need more resource capacity, so I'm also going to be doing that. And that only took one upgrade before I ran out of gold, so I need my capacities to be as big as possible. And I'm out of everything again. today is going to get really expensive. But thanks to this last town hall upgrade, I also have new towers I can place, along with an army camp for a bigger army and a spell factory. But our capacities are now that much bigger, 550,000 gold, 250,000 purple stuff. And after doing that again, our capacity is 1,775,000. Now we can get to work with some more stuff. So all my units are now maxed out. So let's do the same thing with the army camps, that way we can have as many of them as possible. I also just got an offer to buy a wizard tower and some other stuff for a really good deal, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Anyways, after completing these new army camps, I have a much bigger capacity for units. Plus I've also unlocked the wizards, and they're very expensive to create, so let's upgrade them before we do. So to start, let's see what an army of wizards can do for us. We get 33 of them. Now just to find someone who can deal with 33 wizards. This one seems like a good place to start because I can spawn units inside the walls. That might be a trap, but I'm going to go for it. So we're just going to start putting a few wizards out here and there and see how well they actually work. There's a mortar tower on the left side that's probably going to be a problem. Well, so far the initial wizards are not having such a great time, so I'm going to try and spread some of these out a little bit so they can take over the base. And already they're grouping up way more than I thought they would, so those mortars are probably going to destroy them. They're definitely great though. They do so much damage. They're going to tear through this pretty quick, so I think we're still going to get a victory. But this also tells me that we can't get away with just a single unit. We need to diversify a little bit. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, these did a lot better than I thought they would, considering I just spammed them into the base for funsies. And that was actually their last tower. We're going to win this. So right away that tells me that yeah, you can pay to make up for my lack of skill and knowledge. And we're going to take this so much further. So let's escalate. We're going to upgrade the town hall again for $750,000 as soon as we build the stuff it needs. Like I guess a spell factory, so we'll just throw that somewhere for now. That's also going to help me brew spells for when I attack people. One of the things I'm probably not going to bother upgrading right now for time constraints are my resource miners, because I have as many resources as I want. What I will happily upgrade for now are defenses. Did you know a wizard tower costs $670,000 to upgrade? Once that's done, I'd probably better put a wall around it. And here's how things look after adding all the buildings I need. Don't worry about the walls, we'll fix those later once we have more of them. For now, we're going to spend $750,000 for this. And as per usual, we're not going to wait. That means I can make my attacking units even better. I realize that's really all I want to do is just destroy everyone's base in really stupid ways. So now we can do things like upgrade our giants and wizards, which definitely is going to cost a lot of resources. But after upgrading things, I'm up to 2 million for my capacities, and I've researched all of my units. And that means we also have healers that cost 5,000 each, which is really expensive right now, so I'm gonna like them. But before building an army, we need to upgrade our army camps just a little more, and this is gonna be really expensive to do. But now my capacity is 150. But now I'm kinda curious to see if I can just put like 3 or 4 healers behind a bunch of giants. So that means we'll have 18 giants with 4 healers behind them, and they're all upgraded as far as they can be right now. I think I've probably kind of outreached my rankings here, because all the bases presenting to us seem a little bit easy to run through. But I guess that's what happens when you pay a fortune to get way ahead of yourself. I choose this one simply because there's no walls and decent resources to get from them. Little worried about that mortar, so what we're going to do is just spawn the giants somewhere maybe over here. And then we'll put the healers in behind them, and then hopefully by the time the mortars are hitting them, the healers will just kind of help them. Because the healers will hopefully stay out of range of other things. I'm also going to use my lightning spell to see how strong it is. And it's actually pretty strong. That almost took out the mortar all by itself, so that's kind of ridiculous. The healers are also taking damage suddenly, so that's not great. But they're doing a great job healing the giant, so that's a good sign. And we're going to take out the mortar right away. Those healers might actually keep the giants pretty much at full health the entire time, so against defenses like this, I think we're pretty unstoppable. Yeah, so far my giants are all at full health and their defenses are completely gone. It wasn't a great defensive setup, but this shows that I can just pay my way through this. I think the one drawback to this particular strategy might be the damage per second from the giants. If it's a big enough base, they might not have the time they need to actually destroy the whole thing. We'll probably always have a victory, but it might not be 100%. Well, we can still do so much better. Next town hall upgrade, $1 million. Just gotta add a few new things. Alright, I think I've added all the buildings I need to upgrade this. So now that that's finally upgraded, we can make our elixir storage much bigger again. And rank up a bunch more of our units. That's also going to be crazy expensive, but worth it. And then after very expensively upgrading our barracks one more time, we now have access to dragons. I'm not entirely sure how good they are, but I'm going to assume they're fairly good. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade those those right away to make them even better for some reason. And then I guess we're probably going to see exactly how good they are. We can't get a ton of them, so we'll have to put a few healers in behind them. And I really do need to start spending my gold upgrading probably all sorts of towers because I can afford to. Now, let's see if we can find a base that likes dragons. This one might be good. They have plenty of resources. They do have lots of anti-air, so I'm not sure how much dragons like those. Probably not a ton. But there's one way to find out. We're going to drop a little bit of that right there and just send 7 dragons on their way. I don't know if they're strong enough to overpower those things. They certainly don't target anti-air right away. They're pretty strong though. They are also very expensive, so normally you probably wouldn't do this. Not to a base like this. This is way overkill perhaps. But that's also kind of the point. They can only be attacked by things obviously that can attack the air, like the archer towers and the anti-air. The wizard tower might be able to hit them, and if so, that might be a problem because the wizard towers are pretty strong, but maybe not as strong as dragons. I think I still have almost all of them. So I'm gonna like these units. I literally just launched them straight into the anti-air defenses and they tore through this base. So pay to win is definitely gonna be a thing, and we're still gonna take it much further. Sorry if I destroyed your base, anyone. I just have to see if this works. But there's 100,000 of each resource basically. And I guess I got a barbarian king now. I'm not really sure what he does, but I think I'm gonna like him. And apparently it's time to start mining dark elixir, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Although I'm just gonna buy it when I need it. But it's already costing well over 1,000 gems to top up either of my resources. And I found a new offer. If I do whatever this is, I also get a golem king. So I don't know why I wouldn't do that. And then I'm gonna upgrade all of my units one more time. This actually makes them so much stronger. And I've officially run out of gems. I need more. Now we starting to get into bases that might put up a little bit more of a fight. Although at this point, it's anyone's guess. So I guess I'm probably just going to start somewhere here by shocking that thing. And then we're going to unleash our 9 giants. And then we're going to put some wizards in, our healers behind those, our barbarian king, I guess, because I'm not really sure what he does. I don't know what that thing is either. We're starting to get into the unknown. But I'm pretty much just going to let things go like this and see what happens. The anti-air is definitely hitting my healers really hard, so that could be a problem. But I guess it's already gone. But again, I was just being very lazy and just wanted to launch a bunch of units that are probably overpowered for where I'm at. And so far that mostly seems to be working. I need to be careful where I put my healers though, because they can die. The units so far mostly just wandering around the edge, absolutely obliterating anything in their path because those wizards do so much damage. I think I'm down to 1 healer, but 1 healer is probably lots anyways. We took out the anti-air. And I'm happy we're finally starting to get into some bases that have some resources for me. I really like this lazy approach I'm taking, and I'm definitely gonna win this one. And that was a much stronger base than what we've been dealing with. Okay, so the battle is done. I still have many of my units, so that wasn't even close. And we've also unlocked the dark barracks now, so we get some new units that seem to have a lot of DPS. They might be fragile though, I don't know yet. What I do know is that I get a new army camp, so now I can get many more units. I was at a capacity of 150 before, now I'm at 200, so we've got 33% more. And wouldn't you know it, I'm climbing the ranks. So this time I'm going to put 3 healers in behind 7 dragons, and we're going to see if that's an effective strategy. I suspect it probably is, but we're going to find the right base. I'm kind of thinking this one. It looks like it doesn't have great defenses. I'm no professional, but I think we can tear through it for some pretty decent resources. So we're going to send him out first, and then we're going to send 7 dragons in, and I'm pretty sure their DPS alone is going to carry me through this. I forgot I have this shocking spell too, which I also upgraded, so it hits really, really hard. So since I can heal my dragons and they do so much damage, I'm not sure much is going to pose a threat to us unless it's a crazy upgraded base. They also have a hero like I do, but mine's a stronger level for some reason. One thing that might be a problem is the dragons do tend to spread out like that. The healer's only going to follow like 1 of them at a time really, which might be okay anyways. There's a lot of dragons doing a lot of damage in a lot of directions. The anti-air is on one of them, but you can see it's not doing a ton of damage really considering it's anti-air. The dragons do enough damage to absolutely obliterate it once they get onto it. My barbarian hero guy is also still at full health thanks to those healers, and I still have, I think, 6 of my 7 dragons. Correction, I think I have all 7 of them. So they're definitely a viable strategy, at least for me. I suspect they're normally too expensive to really do this often with at least. So we did that, and I'm not sure I lost a single unit. But eventually we should find some harder to defeat enemies, especially once we upgrade our town hall one more time, and we have all sorts of new stuff to work with again. Plus we get to unlock whatever this guy is. He does a lot of damage. So they do a lot more damage than the dragon and also have a lot more hit points. They also cost more money. But I'm certainly not going to wait to see how good they are. We're going to put, I don't know, 4 healers in behind these guys. We can only make 5 of them. That's interesting. Is 5 of them going to be enough? There's one way to find out. This guy has really expensive walls, so we're going to lead with our him. And then I'm going to shock spell maybe the mortar, because that's going to do a lot of damage potentially. And then we'll send in our 5 superstars with some healers behind them. I suspect we'll get away with this one also. They're mostly clumped up together so far, so I think the healers heal in an area, but so far we're absolutely destroying everything. Even these guys over here that are taking damage from the cannons aren't really taking a lot of damage yet. In fact, the healers can probably push through that. The healers did just run into a floating bomb, but I still think we'll be okay. The level 10 Barbarian King, whatever he is taking some damage, even though he's the healers are on him, but he's basically tanking through for me. And again, I think our DPS just carries us through. The faster we do this, the less damage we're going to take because everything dies before they can hurt us. So I'm at least way ahead of where I should be for here. I guess people probably wouldn't normally have this kind of army to attack with, but I sure do. I kind of like the way this person set up their base too, because it's functional defensive wise, at least I think. It did some damage to my army, and most bases don't. I'm not sure if I have 4 or 5 of these guys left. Either way, it's probably enough to take out a single wizard tower. And purple walls last this long. Normally that would probably hold back an army quite a bit, but there's a lot of damage going out, and I got all that. We also just unlocked the Valkyries, so we're probably going to try a few of those at some point. And I have the ability to upgrade a lot of things, which will make these guys even better, which is a scary notion. All I need to do is spend an absolute fortune to get the resources I need. So for now, I'm not going to maybe upgrade some of the lesser units. I'm going to upgrade the big boys. And I'm going to do that twice because I'm allowed to do that twice. Though that did basically use all of my elixir, at least momentarily. Okay, I can also make the healers way better. So that's going to help things. And I don't know what a bomb tower is, but I want one. And I'm going to put it over here by my other bombs for now. Okay, so this time I'm going to go with 4 healers. I'm going to go with 2 dragons, then a few of these guys. So we're going to try our luck against this base. I'm looking at it, trying to get a layout of it. Ultimately, it's fine. We can just send our entire units at it, and something good will probably happen. There's our healers. And here's our new Valkyries, too. They're pretty quick. And I think we can actually hit that to make him go into a rage for a moment, so he's basically like one-shotting buildings. The Valkyries might be in trouble over here, though they're doing better than I thought they would all by themselves. They're very quick and high damage, so they're definitely taking out some things over here. And considering how strong those walls are, wow, those are really strong units. My army in general is just pretty strong right now. I'm just running through absolutely everything. I think I'm actually getting further ahead right now. I thought the bases would be catching up to me defensive wise, but I'm just obliterating these still. Again, that's only because I spent a fortune to upgrade things so far. Eventually, I think the bases will catch up and beat me, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I displaced a whole bunch of stuff very messily, so we get another upgrade. So our next level is going to give us baby dragons and boost our armory capacity up to 220, so that's a 10% improvement. And then further upgrade these guys. So now we just need to find our next victim. This one seems fun because there's no walls to have to go through. Kind of reminds me of my base. So we'll maybe start with the mortar towers. I expected there to be a bunch of bombs there or something, so we'll throw these guys down also. And I don't know if the mortars can actually hit the healers because they're in the air. We'll just let everyone go here and see what happens. Wow, something's hitting really hard. I guess that's what happens when you dive face first into all their defenses. So we're going to shock those a little bit. I think we're still going to be okay, but they took out our upgraded Barbarian King. And I've never even seen cannons like that over there. Would have been smarter to maybe start over there. But I just kind of wanted to see how strong we were. And we're still doing fine. We're now healing our way through gold cannons. Oh, but there's also enemy dragons and towers. So those are probably going to hurt my units pretty badly. I think we could probably just heal straight through that though. Either way, we're about to take out their base, so we're at least going to complete the quest. And then we're just kind of going to casually move on to their gold mine while dragons are raining down on us. But that's just no problem. So these guys are overpowered, especially when paired with healers. Like, we marched straight into all of their defenses, no problem. The dragons got smart and decided to focus on our healers, so that might be a little bit of a problem. Either way, we've succeeded in defeating their base, and we're probably going to get most of the resources because we're working our way down the line now. And I like the look of those nice big tanks. That's full of the good stuff. There really are some cool towers though. I can't wait till I actually upgrade enough to unlock those. But for now, I'm committed to the assault. I just want to run through everyone. But this does tell me that I'm going to need some anti-air units myself, so maybe some wizards will come along with us. And we're done. 100% of their base. I still have plenty of units walking around. I just bought more gems. The game actually asked me to make sure I wasn't making a mistake. It thinks I'm accidentally buying gems at this point because I bought so much. I'm not making that kind of a mistake. I'm just stupid and spending a lot of money. Well, let's try that again. This base I think is not as strong as the last one, but it has more walls and it's laid out better, so it might actually be stronger. Anyways, I also brought some dragons for anti-air purposes. I did not expect to be this overpowered this quickly. I thought it was going to take considerably longer. We have like 7 units on the ground, and I don't think we're going to lose a single one of them. And glancing back at the other side, and we've already destroyed half of their base over here. This is a nice summary of things. This guy's just sitting here absorbing damage from 3 different sources, and it's hardly phasing him. He just busted through a very strong wall, and now he's one-shotting the tower. And meanwhile, I've got like 8 units over here being constantly healed. I think I need to find some more advanced bases maybe. This base definitely isn't as strong, but I do want to try out the baby dragons, which I brought with me this time, because they're one that I like just unlocked. I think they actually do better by themselves, not in a group. Whatever the case, we're going to find out just how good they are. They're definitely not as durable as some of the other units though, because they are taking damage and or dying. I also didn't bring any healers, but I figured I wouldn't need any, because we're definitely going to march our way to victory already. I think they're faster and we have more DPS overall because we have more units, but I think I like the safety of the other ones better, though we still have a lot of these left. And I just bought something else, so I think we also get an archer queen now to go along with our hero. I've also upgraded my dark barracks now, so we can get golems. So we're going to try golems. And I'm just going to go ahead and try a base like this. I'm not really sure how strong they are, but we'll find out. And what's going to annoy me are probably going to be these, so we're going to shock them dead. And then, I don't know, right here maybe? And then we're just going to let everything go to work. How are the golems doing? I think if I combine these golems with like a single healer, we would still be unstoppable, at least against these kind of bases. I don't think they do a ton of damage, but I think they're more absorbent to damage. They're like tanks. Also, my new hero, the archer queen over here, is doing pretty well. She fires a multi-shot. She can take a lot of damage herself and destroys everything. I think we're going to run through this base though. And when I activate her ability, she spawns a bunch of archer units, which already died because they're weak, but that's kind of fun. I definitely do like how the archer queen can shoot over walls. She can be really good for when I actually need to employ strategy, if ever. The last line of defenses here are probably going to fall because, well, that. I don't think we're going to 100% this base simply because I didn't have the DPS. The golems are great, they absorb a lot of damage, they don't do enough to walk through a base entirely. That's their one little drawback. They do target defenses first though, which is great. The archer queen gets it though, she's going straight in for the main base. And she got it? No, she's going for the gold. She's great, I like her. It wasn't 100%, but they just didn't have the DPS to do it. At least not yet. We can increase their skills quite a bit. So this time for an army, I'm only going to do 1 golem, plus 2 healers, 2 dragons, and 4 of the other guys. I just found, I think, the richest base I've seen so far, so we're going to go ahead and attack this one. They do have a lot of defenses, and all their golden stuff is sitting right there, so we could just plow through that. Maybe that's what they want. They just want you to take your resources and leave them alone. That's not the way we roll though. Golem, go. He's going to absorb damage. We're going to throw these out. Then it's also going to come these guys and then the 2 dragons and then the healers behind. This is probably the best defended base I fought. It's certainly the richest. So let's also activate both the heroes' powers, and so far so good. We're going straight through them. Forget the resources. I'm also going to take out the anti-air with my lightning strikes, and we're going to give the wizard over here 1 too. So far so good. I did also upgrade a few of the units since the last battle. I can't remember what we did, but we're even stronger than we were before. I mean, I think we're going to be okay with this. We're going to lose that dragon on the right though, thanks to all the archer towers and anti-air. Overall though, confidence is pretty high. I was worried for a second, then I realized I still have all my guys in the center. My archer queen is still going strong, and my healers are still healing things. And we got most of the resources already actually, so this was a fun one. But I think we pretty clearly answered my question, whether or not I get to spend a bunch of money to overcome my lack of skill and knowledge when it comes to this game, because I would never ever be able to do this without having spent a fortune on all these units and upgrades. Without spending money, I would have struggled to defeat this right here. And instead, we've walked through this entire base. We did lose a few units along the way, but already this could probably tear through another base of equal quality. I did lose all of my dragons though, and I don't think we're going to 100% it just because it was too spread out for us. 94% is still pretty good, and then we got 500,000 gold and elixir. So just imagine what we can do next time.